Tonight on the live stream, we are making our final run on the corn liquor wash that is going to produce the experiment that we're doing, where we're doing a blind taste test of a single pot run, a 1.5 run, and a double distillation. So we've already got a pint of each of the single run and the 1.5 run. Now we have 4.5 gallons of distillate from that same wash, and we're going to run it through the 5-gallon pot still for a double distillation. So we'll have a sample of all three of those that we can then be doing some blind tastings on. That's been proofed down. Our distillate's been proofed down to 80. That way it's safe to go in the still. So anytime you're doing a double distillation, proof at or below 80 to put it in the pot. And yeah, we're running that tonight. Let me go ahead and get this poured in. We'll see if I can do that without spilling most of it. Oh, look at there. There it is. So we'll get this started, get this going. Come on into the live 5 o'clock tonight and watch us finish it. See you then.
Whiskey Still Pro, 5-gallon copper alembic. Oldest still design that we're aware of as human beings. Pretty good looking if you ask me. Here's what I like about the 5-gallon alembic stills from Whiskey Still Pro. It's great for a beginner. Low cost, get in them around $400, a little less, depending on when you catch Whiskey Still Pro doing their discounts and online sales, things like that. So great for the beginner. Here's the thing too. A lot of us run pretty good sized stills. We're trying things out. Do I want to run 55-gallon of mash all at once on a new run I've never done before? Get your 5-gallon bucket of mash, put her down over in here. It's a great alternative to those bigger runs, even for the experienced distiller. Again, great for the beginner because of the price point, super attractive. Being that it's hammered copper alembic at the price that they've got them at, it's really pretty hard to beat. You're going to get to watch us run this alembic tonight. Now, we're pretty fond of the Whiskey Still Pro stills, but if you guys have some questions or want to know a little bit more about them, feel free to ask. We're going to have Adam drop some links in the chat. Feel free to go over to Whiskey Still Pro's website and look at all their stills. They've got 1 gallons, they've got 3 gallons, 5s and 10s. They've got a few different grain kits on there. Just get on their website, go shop around and see for yourself.
Hello? Hello? What's up, brother? Today on this episode of I've Got Your Shine, what are we doing?
A man was killed in Dayton, Ohio. No, just kidding. What's up, everybody? Good to have you. Good to have you. We're starting a TikTok up. Good to have you guys joining us over on YouTube. See a lot of the same normal suspects.
Yep.
Got a good show planned.
All kinds of stuff going on.
Pretty happy about it.
Of course, we've still got the drip cam in the background and the Atom cam. And we are doing our final leg on the double blind taste test of a single distillation, 1.5 distillation, double distillation. And so this is the last part of that run. We've been running on that batch for a while.
Been a long time in the making for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of runs went into this one.
Yeah, and I think what we'll do is for the live, which maybe next week, or the week after, we'll do the taste testing and we'll have Adam set them up and label them as like ABC. So
we don't know what they are.
We don't know which is which.
I like that.
Uncle Moonshine is in the house. Oh yeah, and
got a care package in from our buddy Uncle Moonshine. He's over on TikTok in that chat. So pretty excited to open that up. It's got all kinds of stuff in it.
Hey, he hooked us up. We already did like an unboxing over there on TikTok, but like there's so much good stuff and
some cool stuff too.
Taste and
non-booze stuff in there, like cool little challenge coin koozie stickers, all kinds of stuff.
We'll pull some of that stuff out so you guys can see all the cool shit he sent us. And he's also the first person that took us up on the offer.
First one.
Send us something to try on the live, and we'll do a taste test. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm pretty excited about the idea of people just sending us stuff that they want us to taste and, you know, give an opinion about. I think that's going to be a pretty popular thing.
I hope it happens again. Anyone, if anyone over on TikTok or YouTube, if any of you guys out in the chat want to send us something so that we can try it, you can mail it to one. You can either message us or go to the Homebrew Center to have our address, or you can mail it to 7709 Ellis Street, Fort Smith, Arkansas 72916.
Yep,
we'd love to try it.
Yep. And Arnie asks, using any oak barrels. So interestingly that you asked that, because this run, what we have left over from all these different runs to create this taste test is going in a bad motivator barrel. So, and that one will just sit minimum 6 months, possibly a year. We're just going to have to set that up on a shelf somewhere and forget it for a while.
Maybe a tasting here and there.
maybe here and there. We'll see.
Sparingly.
Happy New Year, Randy. See you in there. Thank you. Uncle Moonshine said he also sent some stuff for the camera guy, otherwise known as the Atom. And that's why we got 3 of the...
That makes sense.
The koozie,
that makes
the
more
shot
sense
glass.
now.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Dude, Copper Stillco in the chat. Good to see you, buddy. Got to go over there and check his stuff out. Pretty slick.
Pretty slick stuff. Yeah, Adam with Copper Stillco. We're not running his still tonight, but we run his still quite a bit. We've sure put it through the ringer. Christy Palmer asked, how big a sample do you want?
How big a sample you got, buddy? No. Doesn't have to be too crazy.
You know, you can get, you'll see them in a minute. You may already be aware of them, but there's the portable smuggling bags. I don't know what to call them.
They're I think they call them maybe a hydro flask.
A hydro
flask. But I think they go by very many. They're just like a material bag. Like basically it's like a thick Ziploc bag with a spout on it.
Yeah, it's got a little spout, and I call it the smuggling bag because that's what you use to get it into, events that don't allow.
I've been 4 of those deep in my boots walking into an event before.
Right. And they sell those in like 8 ounces and 16 ounces. You can get them on Amazon, but however much you want to send, as long as it's enough that we can do a sample, that'd be great.
We call them handshakes. That's right, Bubba. That's right.
Copper Stillco says, I am the Atom.
I am also Adam.
Copper Atom. That's funny.
Yeah. How's that drip cam looking to you guys? If you're joining on TikTok, I'm sorry. You don't have access to it. It's only over on YouTube. It's still in the clear. But yeah. But I think the setup is coming along nicely.
Yeah, and I think, Adam, didn't you say that once we get our internet kind of jacked up on steroids a little bit, you'll be able to do the same thing for TikTok?
Yeah. There's a lot of software that I can use to pipe the TikTok stream into this software that we're using to put together all these different sources. And I should be able to make the TikTok stream look like this too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So...
Yeah, that's awesome. Because for those of you over on TikTok, you are kind of missing some of the goodies that Adam is putting on the live, like the drip cam and the Atom cam and graphics and things like that. But
it's more bougie of a stream over on YouTube for sure.
More bougie. Yeah.
That's bougie.
Yeah.
That's that bougie stream over there on YouTube's.
We're also going to be testing the progress of the easy rum recipe that we did. We made it in episode number 9 and give it a taste. I don't expect it to be done because I think we only started aging it like 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago because we didn't start aging it the day that we made it. Yeah. But we'll see how that's coming along. And then I've got something that looks terrible.
It does look terrible. It looks like It looks like, I'm going to describe it before you guys see it so you can brace yourselves. But it looks like it's a 1 gallon carboy. And it's got a really kind of pretty golden liquid in it. And then at the bottom, it looks like someone mashed up a bunch of graham crackers and just threw down there and let them sit.
Yeah.
Looks like creek bed.
And it's a pawpaw mead. We're going to rack that off. And
What even is a pawpaw?
it's a native fruit. It's a wild fruit. I've seen them. They're like this big. They're kind of oval shaped.
You got a picture of a pawpaw pulled up?
Let's see.
I don't know that I've ever actually. I mean, I've heard of pawpaws.
A picture of a what?
A pawpaw.
P-A-W, P-A-W.
Pawpaw.
Mm-hmm.
Paw. What? Tree? Fruit?
Fruit.
Yeah.
What the shit? That's what they look like, huh?
Yeah, that's it right there.
And
They go around here?
yeah.
They're wild. And the reason you hardly ever see them, the trees grow in thickets. And when the fruit fall to the ground, you have literally 24 to 48 hours to get them because all the critters friggin' love them.
And they're ripe when they fall to the ground.
Yeah. And they're only good for like 3 days.
Wow.
Like they have this window of ripe goodness, and then it's gone.
Probably why it's not so commercialized as a fruit.
Right.
It's got a short shelf life. Huh.
Yeah.
Joe Park said, "You look all dudded up tonight, Zach. Looking good, Joe. I love you. I love you, girl. I'm never gonna stop loving you." I had something I had to go to right before this, and that's why I'm dressed a little bit differently than I normally am. Appreciate you, Uncle Moonshine. It's just like if you go to YouTube and just type in the search bar like you would looking for a video, type in "Still in the Clear." And go over, or you can just click on one of the Still in the Clear comments in the chat. You can click the logo, and it'll take you over to the page. Oh, well, sorry. Just go to Still in the Clear on YouTube. Just search that. He'll pop up. It's a pretty big channel.
It's the current live stream, so
yeah. The live will pop up. Thought about that halfway through me explaining, and I was like, oh, yeah, you can't see that.
Flatland Hillbilly says, ordered that little still behind you from Whiskey Pro. Should be here tomorrow. Man, that is awesome.
Love that, brother. Yeah. They're a slick little rig there, trying to get out of your way so you can get a little shot at her.
Oh, I'm not in the way.
But no, just me. Pretty cool little rig, if you ask me. Very
yeah,
pretty.
but what's great about those stills is a number of things. One, the price point for a copper still. That one right there, just under $400. So for a copper still, that's not bad. The simplicity of the still is the other thing. So if you're a beginner, it's a very simple still to run.
It's 3 pieces in total if you don't count the thermostat that comes out of there if you want to clean it.
Yeah. And, it does have a pasted cap, which some people don't like. It doesn't bother me at all. It takes me like 45 seconds to paste that up. It doesn't take very long at all.
You use a flour base?
I use rye flour. The recipe for the rye flour paste that I make is 3 parts flour to 1 part water. And I use teaspoons because it just doesn't take that much.
Yeah.
3 teaspoons of flour, 1 teaspoon of water. Good to go.
Yeah.
Love it, ran it many, many times. Oh, that was your first rig, Uncle Moonshine. Okay, gotcha. A lot of people have started on this one. It seems to be, it's either the Viva or it's this one for
a lot of people.
Most of the entry level people getting into it because, it's the inexpensive way to get into the hobby.
I saw there's Shua. I was just about to tell a story on you, Shua. I was on TikTok the other day, and Adam over at Copper Still Co. made a video about a still. Someone had commented that they're just or they're just for looks or something like that, and everyone got in the comments immediately. It was like, yeah, we run a lot on them, yada yada. And then I saw Shu commented on there, and he said something to the effect of, If you've only ever ran on a pressure cooker, just say so, man.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, pretty funny.
Shady Homesteader, are y'all real moonshiners? I mean, no, we just here having a little bit of fun.
My mom's in the TikTok chat.
Yeah.
Shua said, "Teach me to make moonshine?" ? Brother, I think you're good, dude.
I'm not sure there's anything.
We're always learning, but I mean, at the same time, like,
Right.
I'm not that guy for you.
Right.
He may have something, but I got nothing for you, brother. Fester All Day said, "I've seen modified water heaters. They are glass lined." Like, is it still?
I'm not aware of it. I mean,
I've never seen a water heater. That'd be kind of cool, though. Walk out in someone's shine shack and they just got a 200-gallon water heater.
Glass lined water heater.
This thing's best deal I ever had.
I mean, if it's glass lined, at least, I don't know why it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
You know, shiners are always talking about stainless and copper, but in the lab, it's glass. Yeah.
The Shady Homesteader said, "One day I'll learn to make it." I feel like I've been over on that page, and I think he's already making it.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Yeah. Wannabes, man. Yep. All electric water heater are glass lined in the U.S. Okay.
Is Adam chirping us in my chat? Yeah. Come on, dude. All right, Brian.
Looks like it's time to.
Oh,
jar.
Golly, that camera is handy.
All right, and tonight we're doing another giveaway for the Guess the Proof game. It's not going to be on this jar; it'll be a little later, and we're going to give away a hydrometer set. So a triple scale hydrometer and a proof and trail hydrometer for whoever guesses the correct proof.
It's kind of
on the jar that we say.
It's kind of a giveaway. It benefits everyone because, like, I'm always breaking hydrometers.
I mean. Yeah, everybody can use an extra.
I feel like I break more than the average bear, but
I don't think you do.
Maybe not. I know there was a guy that came in here and bought. I think he bought like 2 or 3 of each at a time. He's like, "Yeah, I'm always breaking them." Yeah, everyone is, dude.
All right, start throwing out your guesses if you want to play. This is jar number 6, and I will tell you, jar number 1 was 164, 2 was 165, 3 was 163, 4 was 163, and 5 was 160.
Mm-hmm. 117, 129. Y'all got to have a little bit more faith. There we go. 157, 155, 145, 158, 155, 50, 58. Joe, you guessed back behind somebody.
Is that
there
what you
you go.
did?
158. Yeah. Winsong said, "Show us the bubbles, damn it."
Okay, we'll do a shake test. Grab a lid for the ring. Show us the bubbles.
Ooh. Somebody already got it. Y'all can continue to guess, but they got hammered already. By at least one individual. I didn't read all of them, but.
Heard the shake test. Kind of hard to tell from that angle. You kind of got to be able to look down on it a little bit, but
Yeah.
that's all right.
You guess 159 and a half.
159 and a half. All right. Well, this jar number 6, 159. I don't know who was the first to guess 159.
I
know I saw
believe it
a few
was
times.
the Shady Homesteader, but I could be wrong about that if there was
Yeah.
one up above him.
No, Shady Homesteader on TikTok at 519 said 159.
Shady Homesteader. Good guess, brother.
Good guess, brother. You win my love and adoration and respect.
North Carolina Whiskey Junkie. I was thinking that was Uncle Si. Man, I'll tell you, we don't get through a single episode, do we?
Never won. There hasn't been a week where I haven't heard one of those.
Wind Songs in the house. Hey, baby. Jason Acosta says it was rigged,
It could have been a little rigged. It wasn't.
but it could have been. I mean, it
It
would
could
be
be
hard for
There's
us to
never,
do it.
listen, man, there's never a zero chance of anything.
That's right. All right, so I think we, since Uncle Moonshine is here, let's go through his stuff and do a little tasting.
Yeah. That'll help me kind of pace the rest of the night.
I'm gonna let you kind of pull it out and talk about it.
All right. So pretty cool of them. They sent us a description here of everything. Wrote on the back, enjoy, fellers, which I kind of liked. So what do you think I should do? Should we just start pulling stuff out?
Yeah, just pull stuff out, I
Okay.
think, and then, maybe go over the recipe that he wrote down, or not really the recipe, but how he made it.
Yeah, okay. I'll get everything pulled out, and then I'll kind of give you what he told us about some of these things that we're going to be trying as we try them, if that's cool with everybody. So I'm going to pull out some merch first. Really cool koozie he sent us here, and it's got Uncle Moonshine. Who is Princess Moonshine? Who is that? Got some koozies here. Oh yeah. Here, looky here. Oh, here. I'll do one better. We'll get the still in the background there. Pretty cool koozie. I thought he sent us 3 of these bad boys.
Woohoo! Thank you, sir.
Accompanied with. Look at that.
Well, Uncle Shine, Hillbilly Shot Glass.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was his daughter.
Beautiful young lady.
Oh, Uncle Moonshine said to do Alfie first.
Okay. All right. We'll try Alfie's first. Pretty cool challenge coin here too. He's got his own challenge coins. How many guys you know that got that going on?
Pretty cool right there.
Uncle Moonshine, front and back. Got his logo again on there. Pretty cool. And then there's 2 of those here. So show Alfie's first and taste. You want to show them and taste them kind of all at the same time?
Yeah, pull them all out, and then we'll. Or, is that what you were? I don't know. Just do it however you want to do it. I'm good with it.
Well, here is Alfie's Bamboo Run. These guys are legitimate. What's that say on the side of it there?
Mark Morgan. That's
2 Mark.
so he
Okay,
sent it to
okay.
Mark, and then Mark sent it.
Shine
to
on, brother. Yeah, that's cool. He's got a little note slot over there. It's pretty neat. So we got 2. We got 2 of those, and then we got 3. Oh yeah. Okay. So we got 3 of Uncle Moonshine. What are these ones? The small bottles with my logo are 100 proof coffee. So these are coffee. We haven't opened these up, smelled them, nothing. And then there are 3 flasks of 100 proof root beer. Pretty cool.
That's the one I'm excited about.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one. Oh, don't forget, got a couple stickers. Pretty cool stuff. Put this stuff back over here. All right. Well, we're trying Alfie's first, right?
Yep.
Okay.
This is the Bamboo Rum.
Adam? Sure. Oh, no, yeah. Yeah, he specifically sent us 3 of each kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, get your army caught, buddy. Look at that.
We talked about this, I
Got a
think,
license
last
and,
week.
like,
Uncle
it's all-
Moonshine, is it
Legitimate.
the 4th? This is coming out on the 4th, if I'm not mistaken, from Alfredo. I know we already talked about it. I just can't remember.
So these are 90 proof bamboo rum.
Yeah, and this is from a distillery down in Florida, I think. Uncle Moonshine, if you want to give a plug for the bamboo rum, so that I don't get anything wrong about it, because
Bamboospirits.com.
bamboospirits.com. There you go.
Alfie's bamboo rum. I want to say run. What do you think? Let's try it out here.
Damon says he's going to see Alfredo tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Well, it smells really good.
It's just very light, very, very, very. It is. For a 90 proof spirit, that is pretty impressive.
Light. That's awesome.
Very smooth.
Wow.
It's really good.
And you get that kind of like, not floral, but bamboo.
Yeah, I mean, it's
That's
Right?
really good. That's really good.
really woody. So light, though.
Something in there I'm trying to pick up. I'm so terrible at describing notes.
Go do that.
Yeah. Uncle Moonshine says it comes out in a few months. Okay.
Oh, we got some pre-release type stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Well, I think it'll do really well. It, for rum too, rum normally has that really strong, spicy.
Yeah.
It's just not always such a clean finish on your palate.
Yeah. This is really good.
Yeah, really good.
This could
Good going out.
hurt you at 90 proof.
Oh yeah, this would absolutely reach out and touch you.
Yeah.
You would have to be careful.
Glasses. I'm just going to reuse.
Yeah, I'll
the
just
same one.
reuse this one. I think, right? I mean,
That's
is
what I'm
that-
going to do.
Okay.
And then
I think it's fair.
we've got these little towels you can wipe it out of.
Yeah, we'll just
if you
wipe
want.
them. I don't want to. I want to pay homage here to the craft. I don't want to leave any left.
Uncle Moonshine says, use my shot glasses. Oh, all right.
All right.
Hell yeah. Okay.
That's a good point.
We'll double up here. So now this is the coffee, and I would say big coffee fan.
Yeah.
I can't say, man. I don't think we've ever
Never done a
made
coffee.
any kind of
I mean,
coffee, anything.
Man, I can.
Winsong makes a Kahlua, but I know it's not like
man.
this is not the same kind of drink.
I want to experiment. Wonder how much caffeine ends up through.
I have no clue.
I don't know. Holds up to high temperatures.
The Shady Homesteader says, hey, y'all, I have a bunch of Proof and Trail hydrometers. Give that to some new guy who needs one. Hey, I appreciate that, but we weren't doing the giveaway just then anyway. I think some people do get confused. Like,
Sorry about that, buddy.
we do guess the proof on every jar. But later on, we will say, okay, we're doing a giveaway on this jar.
Yeah, it'll be a
And that's the
specific one.
only jar we do the giveaway on.
Probably somewhere where, like, I would say, like, right in the fat middle part of the run, kind of the good heartsy part of the run is when we normally do it. Sometimes we do it later, but we'll let you know. Like, so when you're doing the guess the proof on the giveaway where we actually mail you something out, we'll let you know. Yeah. Sorry about that. That's probably my fault.
That's S.L. Villain. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that
It's a
right.
little villain.
Villain asks, what's your best advice on toasting oak? So if you want to toast your own oak,
You do a lot of it.
you first of all, you have to start with an oak that is very well seasoned and dry. So make sure you don't have high humidity. I think below 8% is if you have a way to measure it. And then if you go to stillingtheclear.com and get our free guide sheets, one of the guide sheets has a toasting chart, so you can kind of get an idea of for how long at what temperature. If you want to chase a particular type of flavor like caramel, things like that, but there's a chart within the guide sheets. Go to stillingtheclear.com. On the homepage, you can scroll down. You'll see where you can get them. They're free. It's a free download, so it won't cost you anything. But that's where I would start.
All right, 100 proof coffee. I'm going to give her a try here. You said it carries over the caffeine too.
The smell carries over.
I'm telling you right now, I got a little flask of that. I'm taking it to the Doug one, throwing it over in the Stanley, and just having,
Yeah, the more
Oh my God.
palate, the more coffees come through. I mean, that's
you can tell. Oh, here, I'll tell you too. My base for coffee and root beer is potato. Ran through 5-gallon thumper into half-gallon jar thumper with coffee in it. Then an empty half-gallon jar for clarity into the worm. Same for the root beer. So yeah, he's got some thumpers and some different stuff.
You can definitely taste the coffee coming through there. It's real subtle.
Yeah,
but I can taste it on the back.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Do you make wider cuts if you're planning on aging in a real barrel instead of jars? No, I mean I do keep some of the heads and I do keep some of the tails when I'm aging specifically, but I don't know that I do it any differently if I'm doing just in a jar with oak sticks or in a barrel. And honestly, I've never experimented with the difference, so. Maybe I should try that. Maybe I should try making wider cuts if I'm going into an actual oak barrel.
Damn. Well, that's 2 hits so far. One is kind of unlike anything I've ever had. And then the coffee, I'm just impressed with how much of that like coffee bean flavor comes through.
Yeah.
Pretty good job there.
I'm about to go get a water. Just clear my palate
Yeah,
a
that's
little
what I was
bit.
taking a sip of that beer for. Now this one, I think Cyrus and I are both in agreement here. We're about to try the root beer, and I think I am most excited about it. Because, not going to lie to you guys,
you've been on a little root beer kick, haven't you?
I smelled this one earlier. Also, a big fan of a root beer. Cream soda?
Yeah.
It's in that same family.
Yeah. Love Barks.
Oh, sure.
Sure.
What's that other? IBC.
Yeah, IBC.
Yeah, that's a good one.
They've got a Bug, IBC, Barks, Victor's. I think that's a sugar-free.
There's
It's
another.
the best sugar-free root beer I've ever had. I think it's Victor.
You had the hard root beer dad, or
It's like
Dad's
not
root
your
beer?
dad's root
not
beer.
your dad's.
Not your dad's root
Not your
beer?
father's, dad's. Yeah, that's good.
Not your father's, I think.
Maybe so, yeah.
Here you go.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
We're not on a date. Don't try and.
Come on now, honey.
That was incredible.
Okay. That's probably Richard. I think he said he was coming by. Yeah, you're welcome, Uncle Moonshine. Thanks for sending it. That's really good stuff.
Boy, the root beer.
Yeah. Strong.
Poor Shine says he found you on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Well, how are you guys doing tonight? Happy New Year's.
Man, that is.
It's really good.
Oh, I haven't even tasted it yet.
I bet you throw a little root beer in with that, a little mixed drink. Good Lord. I think I like the coffee the most.
That's really good. I like this. I like this one better than
You like the
coffee.
root beer the most? Yeah, I like the coffee the most. The root beer is very good. That's the problem, though. They're all good. Bamboo is awesome, super clean, very light.
I can't believe how light.
You want to take a nip? This is Uncle Moonshine's root beer moonshine.
Good thing.
Oh,
He's well traveled, well known. Everybody's favorite Uncle Moonshine. My favorite. He sends us stuff.
it's pretty good, isn't it?
Woo. Love that.
Yeah, make a root beer float with some of that in it. Future. That's 100.
Oh, it's
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
that would definitely get you in trouble. Then.
Yep.
Heck yeah. Give him a little, set him up a little display here.
Yeah, look at
Hey, we
that.
appreciate that, man.
Look at that good stuff, right?
That was some good stuff.
Well, thanks for sending that. And again, anybody else want to send that stuff for us to try out? Feel free to do it.
Now, I will say, and again, I think we'll try, if they start, we just mentioned this for the first time last week. So we got one this week. You know, if it starts turning into like we're getting like 2 or 3 a week, just due to like how our livers work, we might, you know, if we get it and we don't do it one week, you know, just hang with us. We'll
And
get
due to
to
the
it.
fact that I don't sleep here at night.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
have to
Well,
go.
we may have to start. We may have to start. Yeah, man, those were awesome. That was a good first.
Yeah, it was very good. Very well done. Oh, did you? Windsong Richards here. He was bringing you more coffee, but he said he forgot it. Sorry, baby.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
She's understanding. Don't worry. Yeah, yeah. She's not going to lose any sleep over it. Oh, we got more. What is this?
That is
Uh-huh.
aged on Plattsburgh.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Medium toast.
Corn liquor?
6 weeks.
All right. All right. So Richard has just brought us another sample. We'll just go ahead and take a little nip on this too. And so this is corn liquor aged on a medium charred oak mason jar lid from Hillbilly Glass barrels for how long did you say? About 6 weeks.
Got a good color to it. Off 6 weeks.
Says that if it's on a temperature change.
Adam?
Oh, sure.
It's got a good nose on it. What's the proof on this?
That'll be 100.
Yep. Very much like a bourbon. Very good. Yep.
Ooh, buddy.
Yeah, that's really
Good
good.
Lord. This is going to be a problem, man. We got a lot. We got a lot of buddies who are getting pretty slick with this.
Yeah, I just took a sip because I just can't keep drinking tonight.
I don't think I cannot.
Yeah, I'm- Yeah.
My wife can come pick me up.
Whatever the brewer.
Uncle Moonshine says Zach is buzzing. You're already buzzing, brother.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Yeah.
What do you think? Yeah, man, those were all good.
Well, thanks, Richard, for bringing that by. Appreciate it, brother.
That is it.
Just need the little jar back. All right.
That is a double distillation, double run corn liquor.
You bet.
She would throw a fit.
Yep. I understand.
Wow.
Okay.
You guys keep on. You were spending the
I
night.
know, right?
Probably. Make a phone call to my wife after we cut the live off here.
When
Need a ride.
Winsong says, well, I started looking for a rope till you lied and told him I was understanding. Crazy man trying to ruin my reputation.
Oh,
I
man.
think everybody knows better than that.
Apparently, Zach, you were trading or using tobacco on TikTok, and you've been restricted.
All right.
We were trading and using tobacco.
That's what it
It's
said.
so ridiculous. Is there like a fight button where you can be like, no, I wasn't immediately?
Not during the stream, but after, yes.
So ridiculous. Well, here's what'll happen. If you're over watching on TikTok, I'm going to end the live. We're going to go to break here in about 20 minutes or so. I'll end the live. I'll click a couple buttons on there and try to fight about that. I mean, I get so tired of it. I need an Elon Musk to take over TikTok is what I need.
TikTok is ruthless.
They're like, dude, they're like the Gestapo over there. And it's crazy. I'm not doing I'm just having a good time hanging out with my buddies. And then they're like, oh, yeah, you are trafficking children. So, no.
And just saying that probably got you.
Oh, yeah. They're like, hey, you want another one? You want another one? It's like those videos where you see someone's getting held in contempt in court and they just keep cussing at the judge.
Right.
Like, another 90 days. Jeez. Well, that's the world we live in.
All right, so that's the goodie bag.
Dude, what a good start to that, by the way.
I know, right?
That's going to be a pretty good precedent there. I have to say so myself. Also, hey, message me after this over on TikTok and let me know where you get these coins made.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
These are slick. Put those at the ABV Society bar. Hang them up
Right.
somewhere.
Buy one of those plastic covers, for like minted coins that you're collecting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you can't get your
We can send it off to
oil on it.
We can send it off to like a grading agency.
Right.
I could pay
That
$35
would be
to
fun.
get it graded.
Get a certificate.
Yeah. This is the 10 out of 10. This is a Jim Mint 10 Uncle Moonshine trading coin.
Hell yeah.
Probably be worth $1 billion one day. I only know one other guy that's got one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the only one I've seen.
Yeah, he sent us 2.
Yeah. I got you. I'm a little slow.
I'm gonna be there eventually, probably at the end of this live.
Yeah. So the other thing we're going to do, God, we got one more thing to taste. We got to taste the aging on the rum.
I said we knock it out.
And then,
Yeah. So it's like I'm running the gauntlet in here.
and then we're going to rack off the Pawpaw Mead.
Oh man, it's okay. If you can get past the bottom of it, it's actually a really pretty mead. Like the liquid color is like super pretty.
Yeah, it's got a
and I
good
think
color.
that it only like there is a bunch of sediment that fell out of it that's on the bottom. But if the mead wasn't so clear and pretty, like you wouldn't be able to see down in there as good as you can.
Right.
So I think it makes it look worse.
Right. Well, I think we're not going to get that much out of it, but that's all right. We'll get 2 bottles out of it or something eventually. We're just going to rack this over into a 1-gallon jug first. And then
My philosophy on that too, like with the racking and stuff, especially on a 1-gallon batch, like if you're making 1-gallon batches of mead and wine, your best case scenario, you're going to get 4.5 bottles.
Yeah.
Most every time less than that.
mm-hmm.
If I'm only getting 3 bottles or 2.5 bottles because I'm racking and I'm getting all that sediment and everything out of there, and my 2 bottles, I think I'm happier with than my 4 bottles of before, where a bunch of sediment and stuff.
No, I agree.
I hate pouring one out because I do it. I'm guilty of it. I don't rack as much. Sometimes I don't wait as much after clarifying. I'm quick to hop on a new wine when it's just done working and I want to get it bottled and get it put up.
Right.
But there's I hate pouring a bottle for somebody at my house. I'm like, that little tiny little bit of sediment and just, it's.
Well, when I'm bottling, that last bottle always gets drank that day. Because that last bottle is the one that's going to get some of
Yeah.
it's going
That's
to get some of the sediment in it.
Well, and that's the one that ends up in my fridge. And so if you come over to my house, that's normally the one you're drinking unless I whip one out of my cellar. My wine cellar, I mean a towel closet in my hallway. I'm doing okay, but I'm not doing great. Oh, man.
The proof?
159.
39. All right. Throw your guesses in if you want to play this time. Again, this one, bragging rights only. Not a giveaway yet. Richard said 152 over there from the gallery.
Guess the proof. 0 to 200. Take an educated guess. Last
you
year
said
was
150?
159.
All right. Yup.
Let's see.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Man.
Oh, okay. I'll be more careful.
We'll hide the ball a little bit more. 157, 148, 155, 144, 148, 145. A lot of good guesses.
Paul, Joe has already said 148. You throw a different number.
Yeah, if you're second to guess, no bragging rights for you. First one to hit her.
Making sure it's off screen. Y'all little cheaters.
Jason, last jar was 159. This is pint number 7.
All right.
Yeah,
We got 24 people in the chat right now. That's awesome. Thank you. Usual suspects hanging out. And yeah, it's great. If you guys want to like the live, share the live, any of that good stuff that helps us out, we really appreciate it.
Give us your money. No, I'm just kidding.
Big Ed's guns. Give us some money.
Stick them up, bud. No.
All right, looks like everybody's got their guesses in. This jar number 7, 158.
158 on her. Only went down a single proof.
Went down 1 point.
I'm not seeing anyone.
I didn't think anyone hit it. I was
Not
watching.
Anyone with 158. Yeah. No one hit that.
No one on
was
YouTube,
even
no one on
close.
TikTok.
So Jason on YouTube was closest with 156.
Okay.
No, I take that back. Uncle Moonshine at 546 on TikTok said 157.
Okay. Close but no cigar.
Close but no cigar.
Your cigar was just my applause and
Joe Parks just put in 158.
Joe Parks got it. 158 at 549. Moonshine said, damn. We got on a kick of that the other day. You ever watch that 70s show?
Yeah.
Damn, Jackie.
Yeah. Yeah, Damon, this is a spirit run, so this is a double distillation. So what's in the pot is like 80 proof.
My spirit animal is a copper pot. Look at that thing back there. Looks good. Diamond. They are pretty little things. My wife isn't too keen on things accumulating around our house, and like, I don't know, I'm like duck hunt, decoys and waders and just like all the stuff that I like, all my hobby. This is the one thing where she's like, all right, this looks good enough, like we can keep it inside. And I was like,
You're like, you can put it on the dining room table.
we
Thank
have
you.
opened a door that you will regret later. Yeah, it's under our Christmas tree right now. Christmas tree's still up. If anyone
Christmas
was wondering.
tree is still up. I was going to say.
It will be up. Like, I need to take it down. Christmas tree taken down though. So much worse to take down than it is to put up. Now you're excited putting it up, like, oh, it's Christmas. You're having fun. I think I actually might do that. I might saran wrap it.
I mean,
It's a great idea.
you could do what we do, which is not put up a tree. Solves all of the problems.
Moonshine, not exactly sure what you sent me, but think you sent me a gift based off of what your badges are. Appreciate that. If you're sending me gifts on TikTok, I can see your chats. I cannot see every time that you guys send me a gift. I'm looking at a phone that's just turned towards me. We have another camera here.
I don't know. Let's test that. Somebody send a galaxy in.
It's in the universe.
I do know that some of those things show up, at least on YouTube. It shows super chats on your end.
It shows YouTube's super chats,
No,
but
it
it does not. I don't get the gifts.
Okay.
Well, I think it's because like the super chats on YouTube, they happen within the chat.
Yeah.
And I think the gifts on TikTok, they
It's a
don't.
different thing. Yeah. I don't know. I have to iron that
I'm
out.
talking like I know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah.
Needless
Hey,
to
it
say,
sounded good.
I know.
It sounded good, Si. I'm going with it.
Normally, I feel bad if anyone sends me any kind of gift or anything on TikTok when we're on live. I normally just go back and look for them later. Sometimes, like I'll send a message or just kind of follow you back. It's bad because I can't see them when they come through, but I appreciate them. So thank you. If you sent something, appreciate that.
One of the things I also wanted to talk about in this live stream is I wanted to get more suggestions on what the folks would like to see us running.
Yeah.
You know, what do you want to see us make? Last time we did that,
Well, think too.
and threw out the Pachuga idea, and that
Yeah.
turned out to be just an awesome amount of fun.
That's where we got the Pachuga. We used a lot of your guys' ideas for the Christmas mash that we did. It basically turned out like we took pretty much everyone was throwing in pecan pie. I think someone said like the holiday popcorn, the candy canes, all the different stuff. And I think we used just about everything but the candy canes. We
Yeah.
didn't put any candy canes in there because we had, I think, what was our starting specific gravity on that? Do you remember like 1060, 1085, something like that?
It was 1060 something. I don't remember what it was exactly.
1065 maybe.
I don't remember.
Somewhere in there. That was a fun one to make.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was.
a fun one to do with everyone.
So yeah, if you have any ideas on what you'd like to see us make, throw
Also,
it out there. I also, one of the things I want to try that I saw Randy over at Stillworks and Brewing doing, Stillworks and Brewing. So what I saw him do was like a birthday cake,
oh yeah.
just mash in a
That's kind
birthday
of
cake.
where we had talked about that, and that's kind of why it was like, oh, pecan pie. Yeah, but you know what I mean?
Right.
Which the pecan pie, I think, saved us.
It was pretty good.
It was good. It was so strong with the stuffing.
Yeah.
I guess just volume.
Had a
It
very
feel like-
strong stuffing smell.
Yeah. Which I love stuffing, so.
Big Ed's gun says an all faints run. So you actually just missed one. We did an all faints run like 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
So Big Ed's, you can actually go to the lives playlist, and like 3 weeks ago we did an all faints run. But we'll be doing more faints runs because we're going to have some faints from this run. Every run we do, we have some faints. We just save them.
We just ran faints 3 weeks ago. Already have another gallon. And most of the time, you guys see us. I mean, we're running on a 5 gallon tonight. Sometimes we're running a 15 Copper Stilco. Sometimes we're running
8 gallon.
an 8 gallon Mile High. And we have more still. Like, thankfully, really cool community. We've got some people sending us some more stills that we're going to be running on here shortly for you guys. So you'll get to see a little bit more variety. But I mean, most of the time, generally speaking, we're anywhere between 15 and like tonight, 5.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you run once a week on that kind of thing. It doesn't take very many weeks before it's like, oh, here's your 3 gallon of thanks again.
Uncle Moonshine says chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yeah. Winsong says, we tried putting up a Christmas tree once, but the dog got the wrong idea about what it was for. We thought we'd best not do that again.
Was he humping your Christmas tree?
I don't even remember. I don't know what it is she's talking about. That was probably back when I used to drink a whole bunch.
They're saying gin. Multiple people are saying gin.
Gin, we don't have a gin basket,
get
but
a
I
gin
can get a gin
basket.
basket. In fact, I think the DRC that's coming, I think he said he was going to send a gin basket with
You
it.
can thump with a gin basket, can't you?
No, it's not exactly the same.
It's different.
Yeah.
Doesn't it go down all the way or what?
Well, it's basically where it is in the process. And so I guess I guess you probably could do it with a thumper, but it would only be slightly different, really.
I've seen guys comment about using thumpers as gin
Yeah.
baskets and just moving them. I guess because you move them up closer to the pot?
No, you move it after the turn of the vapor in the vapor path. So, which a thumper is already after the turn, but yeah, closer to right where
The 90
You know,
degree
on the
turn, it would
column
just go
scope,
right
yeah,
into it.
right.
Yeah. That would be cool. Also, think when you're giving us ideas, think about things that you want to make that are just kind of like, am I really going to devote this amount of time and energy into make something that's like kind of a gimmick? Like,
Right.
I like the meme recipes myself. So, and here's why. He made a breakfast cereal bourbon. Turned out to be a fantastic bourbon. Meme recipe.
It's incredible.
Fun idea, cool ferment, different,
Mhm.
something you don't do every day. I like that kind of. I like those kind of.
Hey, Adam, look up a Waxacan green. So,
What is it?
Corshine says a Waxacan green. I don't even know what that is.
Wahakan.
Well, I don't even know how to
Oaxacan.
pronounce it. Can't
Oaxacan.
say it. So,
Is it Oaxacan?
we're
We'll
gonna
look
look
up
that up
the
and see what that is.
dent corn.
Wahakan green is a type of dent.
So it's a corn shot.
Okay.
It's a
Oh.
straight.
Corn.
Now that
Alright.
sounds cool.
Now
That would be
that
cool.
is something. Oaxacan.
Yeah, I'm into that. I like that.
Good job.
Oaxacan.
Are
Oaxacan.
you-
Can we look up the phonetic pronunciation of Oaxacan?
Sure.
I'm saying Oaxacan.
I think it's Wahakan.
I'm saying a Waxacan.
I'm saying.
I like the Americanized
Oaxacan.
Waxacan. That's pretty good.
You're talking about Oaxacan. Sounds like a prescription. You got any of that Oaxacan?
I
Do
don't
you have
think
bunions?
I would click that, but I don't think that you guys will be able to.
Ask your doctor about a Waxacan.
But will you be able to hear it?
I don't know. Let's play with it. Can I click?
All right, so
Oh,
we're doing a
scary.
test here.
A
Adam is
Oaxacan.
playing. You
Let me
guys
see.
tell us
A Oaxacan.
if you hear this.
A Oaxacan.
That's
A
interesting. Of
Oaxacan.
course, we don't hear it.
I can hear it.
You can hear it? What's
I
it
don't
on?
hear it.
Oaxacan.
Let us know in the chat.
A
Oaxacan?
Oaxacan.
Oaxacan.
I don't think that's right.
A Oaxacan.
Let us know in the chat if you heard the
It sounds a
pronunciation.
Oaxacan.
little bit like Stephen Hawking, so I don't really trust it.
Oaxacan.
Oaxacan. Let's see.
The gin would be cool, or the malted rye. Josh, we haven't done gin. We probably need to go get a gin basket. Malted rye, we've done some recipes that have that kind of stuff in it. That's in a lot of Cyrus's kits, which we should do. Really, we probably should do another Still in the Clear kit probably in the next couple of weeks. We've got a ton of corn liquor going right now. Don't have any Oaxacan.
Oaxacan.
Oaxaca. We don't have any Oaxaca, but we could. Sounds mine. Paul McKinley, how would you know? Is my question.
I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, that's a good call.
It does seem mine.
I mean-
he's spot on.
I think that's what
But
it
as soon
is.
as I read it, I was like, oh, you know what?
Yeah. If it's a Mexican Spanish word and it's got an X in it.
Oh,
I mean,
that's true.
old world.
That is, dude. They got real similar to Jason Acosta down there in Louisiana with all the X's and stuff.
That's a good point.
Is there
Yeah.
some inspiration down there? Or is there a language bridge of Mayan and?
Well, you know, the French
Because
and
it's
Spanish
French
are
and
Romance
Spanish.
languages. They have a common root.
Yeah,
You know, it's interesting.
interesting. Well, the inspector called me earlier looking for some grains. Good to see you in here, buddy. Jack Longberry, good evening.
Waiting for someone to make a. Well, this isn't the demographic to make a hawk to it.
They know it. Everyone on the internet
probably
knows
know
it.
but I
Everyone
was
on
just
the
kind of
internet.
waiting for a hawk to a thing.
Pooh.
I mean, it's right there. It's an alley oop. It's low hanging fruit.
She said, spit on that thing.
That's true.
Dude, can you? It's kind of crazy the amount of fame and fortune and just that came from.
That.
Hey, I'm drunk on the street and some guy asked me what's the secret, whatever it
I
was.
talked to a street interviewer when I was on a bachelorette trip in Nashville.
Yep.
And
Now I found PJs.
Yeah. Now I have $1 million net worth.
Yeah. I'm a millionaire.
Yeah.
Because I was funny in an interview for 30 seconds. That's awesome. I want that. Honestly, just jealous.
Yeah, it's envy.
Wish I had it.
I mean,
Yeah.
any one of us have better.
Oh, you just don't
things to
work
contribute.
anymore.
Yeah. Oh, you just don't have to work now.
I guess she does.
Put
but-
together a podcast. Yeah,
It's
so
pretty
Scott,
crazy.
I saw that she put together a cryptocurrency, and it was like a rug pull
Oh,
situation.
that is true.
It was a rug pull, like a bunch
I
of
would
people.
like to think she just got involved with some CD, like, ne'er-do-wells and was just, because let's be honest, how much did she know about blockchain?
Well, nothing.
I'd say zero. But also, is that the person you want to buy your blockchain from?
I can't believe. I mean, she got some
Are
people.
you guys talking about Hug too?
Yeah, the hawk to a girl.
Yeah.
Josh
mean-
Golden says, "Let's start a still in the clear Bitcoin." I like that idea.
Josh, are you the same one who set that up for that one girl who's now potentially going to federal prison?
Yeah, got involved with Jake Paul. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a weird world. You remember when like NFTs and like virtual real estate was a thing?
The
still
NFTs
is.
were upsetting to me from the start. I can't believe that was ever.
Yeah.
Still a thing.
It
I
is
was
still a
mind blown
thing.
by it. It took me a long time to even figure out what it was.
It's got to be a thing. People dumped so many millions. I mean, hundreds of
It will
millions
still
of
become
dollars.
more and more of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just it will.
I mean, I can see it as being
We're
some,
just early on.
rather
it.
than like just some stupid piece of digital art. I could see an NFT being useful. I mean,
Absolutely.
that for like verification of.
Yeah,
Murdering people?
absolutely.
No,
I mean-
no, like literally drawing up and sending contracts.
Oh,
No,
Jesus. I went to a dark place quickly on that one.
oh, that's not what I was talking about. I just mean like verification and authenticity of contracts. If sent across the waves or whatever.
Oh.
You know, I could see NFTs being, but not the stupid.
Good deal. Well, I say we take a quick commercial break. And we're at the halfway point here. Look what we've got. Cyrus has fetched us some easy rum, 120 proof. Looks like it was sat in here on November 15th of 24 on the Chardo?
No, that's when we ran it, but it was a couple of weeks later when we
Okay, I
added
got
the
you.
oak.
I got you. And what kind of oak is that? The sticks you sell here?
It's a medium char. One of them's a medium charred oak, and one of them's a medium toasted oak.
Medium toast, medium char.
Yeah. And
Okay.
we're going to give it a little taste, see how the progress is coming. I expect it's not ready, but you never know. So
Yeah. So we'll be back here in I think less than 3 or 4 minutes or so. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to try the easy rum and let you know what we think of that after it's been sitting for I don't know what is that. Little over.
I think we're 3 or 4 weeks on the oak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, do you think you put the oak on it 2 weeks after we ran it?
I don't know. I could go back to the, we did it on an episode, and so I could find out exactly when it was. But
Okay.
I don't remember.
Well, it's been sitting on the oak for a few weeks now. Man, it has picked up a ton of color if it's only been on for that long. That's awesome. We're going to take a quick commercial break here, and we'll be back shortly. So, yeah, stay tuned.
See you guys in a bit.
Tonight on the live stream, we are making our final run on the corn liquor wash that is going to produce the experiment that we're doing, where we're doing a blind taste test of a single pot run, a 1.5 run, and a double distillation. So we've already got a pint of each of the single run and the 1.5 run. Now we have 4.5 gallons of distillate from that same wash, and we're going to run it through the 5-gallon pot still for a double distillation. So we'll have a sample of all 3 of those that we can then be doing some blind tastings on. That's been proofed down. Our distillate's been proofed down to 80. That way it's safe to go in the still. So anytime you're doing a double distillation, proof at or below 80 to put it in the pot. And yeah, we're running that tonight. Let me go ahead and get this poured in. We'll see if I can do that without spilling most of it. Oh, look at there. There it is. So we'll get this started, get this going. Come on into the live 5 o'clock tonight and watch us finish it. See you then.
Whiskey Still Pro, 5-gallon copper alembic. Oldest still design that we're aware of as human beings. Pretty good looking if you ask me. Here's what I like about the 5-gallon alembic stills from Whiskey Still Pro. It's great for a beginner. Low cost, get in them around $400, a little less, depending on when you catch Whiskey Still Pro doing their discounts and online sales, things like that. So great for the beginner. Here's the thing too. A lot of us run pretty good sized stills. We're trying things out. Do I want to run 55-gallon of mash all at once on a new run I've never done before? Get your 5-gallon bucket of mash, put her down over in here. It's a great alternative to those bigger runs, even for the experienced distiller. Again, great for the beginner because of the price point, super attractive. Being that it's hammered copper alembic at the price that they've got them at, it's really pretty hard to beat. You're going to get to watch us run this alembic tonight. Now, we're pretty fond of the Whiskey Still Pro stills, but if you guys have some questions or want to know a little bit more about them, feel free to ask. We're going to have Adam drop some links in the chat. Feel free to go over to Whiskey Still Pro's website and look at all their stills. They've got 1 gallons, they've got 3 gallons, 5s and 10s. They've got a few different grain kits on there. Just get on their website, go shop around and see for yourself.
All right, we're in.
We're back. Is my mic on?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for hanging out with us through the break. We actually have more people in now than we had when we went into break, which is odd. That's awesome. Thank you guys for jumping in. Rachel Williams on TikTok. Taking notes, she says.
Taking notes.
Taking notes.
What you taking notes on, girl?
I got to get another shot glass because I didn't drink all this because I just can't be getting too sauced up.
I was a good little boy and drank all mine. Rachel, we love that. Good deal.
Still got a lot left.
Naughty Standard, what's up, brothers? What's up to you, brother? Good seeing you. Donnie won our he won a barrel.
Hey, did you actually get that
I hope you got it, brother. I'm sorry.
I was on the phone with him the other day, so
we called him and yelled at him for a while for you.
Because we don't do the shipping on the oak barrels through the Still in the Clear website. We have a third-party shipper on that.
Mm. Oh. Oh boy.
Oh boy. This is the Easy Rum. I think it was episode number 9 when we made the Easy Rum. It's just a really basic, simple recipe with like food, not food grade, like animal food grade molasses. Like
Okay.
really cheap. There's like $12 a gallon, which a lot of people have said don't use that, and I did it anyway, and that's just kind of how I roll.
We are a couple animals.
Right?
Well, if you were an animal, what kind of animal would you be, you think?
I would have to be a bird of some kind because I would love to fly.
A bird? Name a bird.
I mean, I not by choice, but I would probably end up a buzzard.
That's the bird.
I mean, you know,
I think you'd be a crow.
a crow, a raven.
Crows are pretty with it.
Yeah.
Actually, like pretty wise, intelligent,
smart.
Extremely smart birds.
Yeah. They're pretty with it. You'd have to be a crow or something.
Okay.
You got too much knowledge up there, and
Is that
not
what
to
it
be a
is?
damn buzzard. I think I would be. I don't know, maybe like probably a beaver or something. You know, I just think, you know, they're tooling around in the water, building little homes up. I like to tinker around, and I like to do more woodworking than I do. I think I aspire to be a beaver.
Beaver.
Yeah. Listen, farmers off.
Richard would be a silverback. He already almost is.
He's pretty close right now. Pretty close.
Longberry says, would dried molasses do the thing? I got to be honest with you, I don't know. Rum is not one of my areas of expertise, but I mean, we could try it.
Josh Golden said Zach's buzzing. We're talking about what animals we'd be. Don't be cup watching, brother. But you're not wrong. All right, I'm going to try this thing out here.
Oof. I mean, that's not bad. Kind of losing some of its rum flavor, I think.
It's almost like the wood is like...
kind of overpowering. I mean, it's still good. It's not like something bad. I just
No. It's
not
real.
what I
It's
expected.
real good. No, but the wood has just really carried through there. I'd almost say pull it off.
I think so too. I wouldn't expect it to be ready, but
Yeah.
no, it's
Still sweet.
It's still there.
Still sweet. It's got that rum spice. But the wood is just kind of really taking on. And, you know, honestly, by looking at the color, I don't know if you judge that thing off a color basis in terms of what kind of flavor the wood gives you. But, like, it's a darker rum right now, as it says.
Yeah, I don't pay a lot of attention to the color as much as I do just the taste.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like when you buy stuff off the shelf, they add coloring to a lot of that stuff to give it a specific color.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. There's some, I've kind of been trying to get, like, more familiar with post flavoring and aging and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there's that BSG Salin wood concentrate that we have here. A guy came in here the other day and bought some of it and used it. And he said he was pretty impressed with it.
Cool.
Came back in and gave me an update on it.
Clampett is asking, when do you do open night again?
Jar's getting ready there.
I think, Clampett, are you asking about the ABV monthly meeting with the open meeting? If you are asking about that, it's the first Tuesday of every month, so it's going to be next Tuesday.
First Tuesday every month.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good time. You can actually, I don't know how far some of you live from here, but if there's something you're interested in coming to and getting involved with, we have a monthly meeting, first Tuesday of every month. We moved it this month, obviously, due to New Year's. And so it's coming up this next Tuesday. You come here, hang out with us. You'll see exactly where we shoot from every week. And you can come, bring some of your stuff, drop it off for us to test online. We'll test some of it that night when you're here with us. Just an opportunity for everyone to get together and try each other's stuff and hang out and eat. We normally go get some pizzas and put something on the TV and just hang out.
All right, throw out your guesses if you want to guess. We got a 155 from the Peanut Gallery.
155 from the audience.
152 from the Peanut Gallery again.
152.
Gotta hide it. I didn't realize people could read it.
What time you start the monthly meetings? I think we start them at 6, right?
6 p.m.
We start them at 6. Golly, look at the guesses here flowing in. 151, 156, 155, 151, 153, 47, 56, 58, 60, and 49. Jason, the last jar was 158. That was jar number 7. Those are pints. These have all been pints so far. And they will continue to be all pints because I don't want to move the thing that we've got our pint jar setting on, and
the quarts won't fit the way I've got it set
quarts
up.
we'd have to readjust on. DRC Stainless, what's up, buddy?
DRC's in the house.
He asked, what still you running, brother? That's a Whiskey Still Pro Alembic. We'll have Adam drop the link in the chat there. You can go check them out over there on our website. But that's the 5-gallon, doing a double distillation of some corn. So
yeah, and that's all part of our experiment that we're doing, where we took one large batch of corn liquor. We've done a single run already. We've done a 1.5 run. This is a double distillation, and we're going to set up a blind taste test and just see if we can describe the differences for people, because a lot of people ask that. Should I double distill? Should I not? Like, of course, that's all preference. There's not like a right or a wrong. So we're going to try to describe the differences.
I'll be trying to pick out the double distillation just based off of, in my mind, I'm going to think that the double distillation should be a little cleaner, a little smoother. I don't know. It may not be. I don't know. We're going to find out all together.
Yeah.
So.
No, we're not making a neutral spirit. First jar came out at a 164. So, neutral spirit has to be actually 190, I think. Yeah. 185 or 190. I think it might be 190.
Which, and I will tell you too, if you guys are looking at these stills, and again, there's probably some things you can do to get a higher proof out of these. We just run them as they come. But this is not really a still that you're going to get a neutral spirit out of. I guess hypothetically, maybe you could if you packed up in it. I don't even know how you'd really do it.
I don't think you can get a neutral spirit out of
you
one
probably
of these.
could if you just really thought of some stuff or coiled the whole thing with some cool water.
If you worked pretty hard at it, it's a maybe. Honestly, if you want to do a neutral spirit, you need a column still.
Mash was all corn, yeah.
All right, so looks like everybody's done with their guesses. The jar number 8 was 156.
86. Who hit her?
I see Hog Runner on TikTok at 617.
Hog Runner.
156.
My man.
And I think the next jar we'll do the giveaway.
Yep. So jar number 9 coming up, the one that's on the still. If you're over on Still in the Clear on YouTube, watching the live from there, you can see the drip cam on that one. That will be the jar that we end up doing the giveaway on. And so, again, what all is in the giveaway?
We're giving away a hydrometer set. So one alcohol hydrometer, one triple scale hydrometer.
Okay.
And yeah.
Something for everyone there. Does that come with a test
Yes.
tube?
Do what?
Does it come with a test tube?
No, just the hydrometers.
Okay. Love it. I typically, what I end up doing too on the bigger giveaways is I'll write you a little note, throw down in there. Sometimes I throw a koozie in there. Sometimes I don't. Just kind of the luck of the draw, how I'm feeling that morning, I guess. But like if the sweet Miss Joe Parks were to be our winner, she would get some bonus love in the box.
Are you showing favoritism?
Sorry,
I mean-
Joe. It came out weird. Sorry. What was the different type hydrometer? So there's a triple scale hydrometer. What would you technically call the other one?
So the triple scale hydrometer technically is called a sacrometer.
Oh.
It measures sugar.
What's it called a sacrometer if there's 3 things instead of 2?
Well, because we call it a triple scale because it has 3 scales, which are just 3 different ways to read the exact same data. It doesn't read 3 different things.
Just making a sack joke. And
Yeah. And then the proof and trail hydrometer is called an alcohol meter. And
Okay.
it measures alcohol content, not sugar content.
okay.
So you use the triple scale
One's for
hydrometer.
mashes, one's for finished product.
Yeah.
Or one is for beers and wines, and one is for
Distillation.
distillation. Also, hey, DRC, let's get this worked out right now. Thank you for being in the chat. So I can barrel age just a straight corn mash, and will it be good? Yeah, of course. Well, I don't, will it be good is kind of a loaded question in terms of distilling, but I mean, yeah, if you're happy with some of the corn runs you're doing and you do a barrel age on it, yeah, it's gonna become more like a bourbon, kind of have that woody oak age flavor. But yeah, we do them all the time. I mean, I would say too, we kind of cherry pick the good runs for that sort of a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Parks gets 148. I think Joe might have a pretty big delay because she did that last time.
I think she's joking with us.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
DRC, what I was saying though, we are in the beginning stages of trying to come up with a metal hydrometer, a stainless steel hydrometer, and I feel like maybe you're our guy that we should be talking to about that kind of thing. Seeing that you're always on live machining metal, want to come up with a hydrometer, you can't just break every other time you use it.
Would be awesome.
That would be cool. I don't know if the math works out. I don't know if the science behind. I think you'd have to change the amount of weight in the bottom.
Yeah. I know nothing about
There's
it.
a very specific weight and displacement.
I think it would be pretty big.
Yeah. I think you'd really have to work on it. And I think even if you worked as hard as you could, it would still be a little bit different.
Yeah. Billy Glass Barrel says, I love an aged corn whiskey. Yeah, I do too. Corn whiskey on oak is good, I think.
Donnie Standards said, what is recommended proof you put in barrel for aging? Quick answer, there's not one. Depends on your distillation, depends on what you ran, depends on what you like, too. That's such a what you like question. I like 100 proof things, and I like when you age them and they end up around like 95 or 90, like you lose a little bit there and you're just right below 100, but you still get a lot of bite. I like bite. Some people don't like bite.
There's also some, like, if you're paying attention to the technical rules of things, there are windows in which you age something at the proof. So, like, for example, I think bourbon has to be below 135 and above 110, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. But I usually age my stuff somewhere like 125 to 130. And the reason I do that is because the higher proof will penetrate the oak better. And so you get more
of that flavor out.
Yeah. But I also know a lot of people that like proof, like aging at lower proofs, like 110.
Yeah.
So Hillbilly Glass Barrel says 125 max. I'm assuming you're talking about the bourbon. So yeah.
Yeah. It's just so different. I mean, the corn's all over the place. I mean, I've seen guys on TikTok aging stuff that went in at 110, all the way up to like, I mean, I saw a guy the other day. I wish I could remember his handle because I'd feed it to you guys, but I was watching a video and he had some 140 sitting in a barrel for, I don't know, I think he said like 6-7 months.
I've never aged anything that high.
I haven't either. Jason Acosta down there in Louisiana said, I put on oak around 57%. That's my sweet spot I like to drink at. Yeah, I mean, that 114 kind of right there, get up around 100. I like to sip them a lot around the 90s and the low hundreds. That's a preference thing, and that's what I like. Everyone's a little different. Also, I like my apple pie. I proof mine up and run it a little higher. Most guys run around like 40 to 50 proof, somewhere in there, and I like mine up around 80 proof. Right. That's a personal preference thing to me. And if I hand you a jar of something or, just give you something, I don't really care that much if it's your thing or not. It's what I like. Yeah. And most people like them, but I will lay a preference out, or I'll lay a little disclaimer out every once in a while and go like, hey, by the way, this is a little bit higher proof, like
a little bit stronger than you might be.
Be careful. To. Yeah. I'm not trying to like dose anyone.
Right. Flatland Hillbilly says YouTube is lagging. Was it just me? I'm not sure. We have been having some issues with our Wi-Fi, and that could be the problem, which is a problem we're working on to solve, and maybe by the next live.
Yeah, it's hitting zeros right now.
No, we're not. Okay, all right, okay. Yeah, I don't
No,
know.
it's hitting zeros for us. I don't know what's going on out there, but it's
guys,
finicky.
You guys that are here early on with us, kind of as we've just started doing these weekly lives, you really are ride or dies. You're hanging with us through some like bad Wi-Fi. We're improving something every week. Now we've got to improve the Wi-Fi or our internet, because I think it's just not really exactly where we want it yet in terms of clarity for y'all and getting out as much. But we're working on it. We're trying to get it better.
Yeah, and that has to do, the reason it's not already done is because it has to do with the landlord and all kinds of other stuff. So,
well, we're on the Army base too, and this building is like, I swear they lined all these buildings out here with lead or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope for my personal health that they didn't do that, but I think like there's something about every building out here.
These buildings and you're
yeah, you can't nothing. That's crazy. It should be, yes. Flatland Hillbilly says lagging or not, the content is great. Appreciate that, brother. It's generally, we've got two different feeds going, so two different internet sources. If you're on TikTok, it's a different internet source. It's like, one that I bring over here every week, and then the one on YouTube is the one that everything else is running off. So it's a lot more heavily used. And anyway, nitty gritty show details that you guys are all privy to, because yeah, you're going through it with us.
Dave A asks, when making a single malt whiskey, is it better to use 2-row or 6-row? And I don't think that's a matter of whether one is better than the other. Again, I think it's preference. And for me, I just always use 2-row for everything. I don't use 6-row at all. And that's mainly just because 2-row is way easier for me to get. And yeah. I think if you were to try and say that there's a difference in taste or anything like that, I don't think so. There is a bit of a difference in the diastatic power between 6-row and 2-row, and apparently 6-row has a better diastatic power. But in a single malt, that doesn't even come into play because you're only using one grain. So, and you've got plenty of diastatic power.
No, I believe diastatic power is a warship from the Civil War era.
Is it?
But I'm going to follow back up with you on that. What is diastatic power?
So diastatic power is in your grain, there are enzymes that when you malt the grain, these enzymes are what convert the starch into sugars. Mm-hmm. And so it's measured in degrees Lintner. And if you like, for example, a 2-row malted barley has a diastatic power of 120. And that number is really high. So it means that it can convert all of its own starches into sugars, plus a lot of other grains. Corn, for example, has a diastatic power of like 4. So it can barely convert its own starches. And so that's what diastatic power is. And that's really the biggest difference I'm aware of between 2-row and 6-row. 6-row apparently has like a diastatic power of 160. So what that means when you're making a mash bill is you can use fewer malted grains to convert the starches of all the grain. But yeah, that's what diastatic power is.
Looks like you are the top hit on that over here. I searched it, and I mean, I don't think it biases me, because I've been looking at your channel. I think this is just the first YouTube hit.
Look at
Diastatic power.
look at the big brain on Cyrus.
Yeah, right here.
If you are joining us over in TikTok land, you can't see what Adam has pulled up on the screen over here on the YouTube stream. But he's pulled up. He just Googled diastatic power, and there was a pop up for one of Cyrus's Still in the Clear YouTube videos. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, if you're like the foremost learned scholar on the internet of diastatic power, you could be though. You don't know.
No, I know.
Okay.
But it's cool that my video pops up.
Yeah.
So Jeffrey asks if you're using amylase, does that change anything? So yeah, if you're using an amylase to convert your starches, then your diastatic power is basically irrelevant.
DRC says 6-row is cheaper.
Oh, well, that's cool. 6-row is difficult for me to get in there.
I don't know the difference between 2-row and 6-row, if I'm being 100% honest.
So it's just like if you look at the grain when it's growing, there are 6 rows of seed on the grain instead of 2 rows. That's the only difference.
I love how simple farmers make the collegiate aspect of what they do.
Yeah.
It's so simple every time.
Right.
If you just sit there and think about what the name of something is, you can distinguish what the difference is. The problem with me is I don't think about it a lot.
Oh, is it based on when they cut it? I didn't think that was it. I didn't know. No. Didn't know. That's what I usually say. I might be wrong.
My beautiful wife has joined the peanut gallery, and she beats me. She hits me at night, and I need help.
We all suspected it, and now it's confirmed.
Help. No, I'm just kidding. She doesn't hit me anymore.
And you wonder why TikTok knocks you off.
Dude, you know what? Honestly, I'm going into Kid Rock mode on TikTok right now because they're just like, it's crazy. Like, they're just like, you're doing all this bad stuff. I might as well just be doing the bad stuff, I guess. Sons of bitches. Jeffrey Bed asked, if you're using amylase, does that change anything?
Yeah, we already covered that.
Okay, sorry.
No worries. There are 24 people in the chat. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We really do appreciate it.
Wow, 16 on TikTok.
16 on TikTok.
I've been in the gulag on TikTok forever. They don't let anyone know I'm going live. They don't let me on the FYP page.
Yeah.
They're just like, I'm in jail.
I'm going to take you guys to a web search. I was just searching on the 2-row, 6-row.
Oh, I love this. Okay.
Jason Acosta says, blink twice if you're being held against your will.
Let's see. Open image in new tab. I'm wondering if that'll let you guys see. Okay. Yeah, that's a decent picture. So, but, I went ahead and asked, did an internet search to find out if they're the same plant. It looks like they are the same cultivated barley. But there's like an allele on a gene that's different between the two. So some of it can grow 2-row and some of it can grow 6-row.
Nice.
Dang, that's crazy.
It's a variety of the same species.
So it just heads out 6 ways and 2 ways. I mean, that's the only difference, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
There you can see it. And if you were to look down on the grain, you would see
More of those little spindles and
where they go,
Yeah.
you know, a 6-row.
oh, that was a top view. That
Yeah, yeah,
last
yeah.
diagram. Okay,
Yeah, that was top view.
so interesting.
Pretty cool.
You know, we went to back when I was still in the military. We went to Grayling, Michigan, and they had field after field after field of big hops hangers.
Mhm.
Like, 10, 15 foot up, they were running them over and these big vines of like hops were running down off each one. And I was like, man, that's the coolest.
Right.
And, like we were up there, middle part of summer and pretty cool. I need to know more about, like, it's like the pawpaws. Like I would have thought a pawpaw, looking at the picture of a pawpaw, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that grows in Costa Rica.
Speaking of, let's go ahead and rack this pawpaw.
Okay. What do you need? What do you need me to gather here? 1 gallon?
A bucket.
You want to do it in a bucket or another 1 gallon cardboard? We got either or.
No, a bucket just to raise it up.
Oh,
And then 1 gallon carboy. That'll work. And the auto siphon. So my notes say that I made this on 9/28. The starting gravity was 1.070. It was 1 pound of pureed pawpaw and 2 pounds of honey. Raw, unfiltered honey from Desert Creek Farms. And I'm going to get a close-up on that just so you can see how unappealing that looks. Ugh. And I just left the fruit on the ferment the entire time. Usually I'll pull the fruit off after like 7 to 10 days. And he's getting the auto siphon stuff.
there you are, sir. Now you guys are going to notice too, if you look up, get a close up of that auto siphon, you're going to notice like there's some bubbles and stuff in there. We use the sanitation right here. Adam can get you a shot of it. 5-star sand. It is a no rinse, so you can leave some of that in there. Imparts exactly like no flavor, no anything. It's just a cleaning solution, and it's kind of nice because you don't have to worry about blowing water through everything and clearing all that stuff out of there. It just
This cleared up real nice.
oh yeah, pretty.
There's still like particles and sediment floating around.
Probably have to rack it one more time. When you say
Well, and this hadn't been clarified. I haven't used
Not
any
at
kind
all.
of clarifier with this, so
been sitting in there, huh?
yeah. This is clarified with just time.
How deep? See if you can shoot over to the. Give them a little close up of the. Yeah. Look at that. If you're on the YouTube stream, you can see this real well.
Good job.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of loss here, but my guess is gonna be that we have a really good final product. I've never had a Pawpaw Mead, but
The last batch of pawpaw I did was really good.
that from you?
All right.
You know, at the end of the day, what's the difference between 4 bottles and 2.5?
Yeah,
I mean, some would say 1.5 bottles. I mean that.
Amateur's mind. We'll wipe this out. We're going to give this a little taste because on this, the last Pawpaw Mead, I didn't back sweeten at all. And when I made it, I thought, that'd be pretty good with a little bit of back sweetening.
Oh, wow.
I also didn't leave it on the fruit the entire time. So we'll see what kind of, bring it a little closer. We'll see what kind of difference that might have made. And this one, I think, is, it finished out at 1. And so that would make it like 9.5% ABV. Started out at 1070.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is cool.
that's really good, isn't it?
Yeah. I've never had anything like that.
I still think I want to back sweeten it. So this time, now that we've racked it off, we're going to neutralize the yeast so that we can add in a little bit of honey. And then
That is just so different.
Yeah, good. And then
It's got a little tart in there.
Mhm.
Just like a little, that is one.
Yeah, so the pawpaw fruit, when you eat it, when it's ripe, it's kind of like I describe it as kind of like a pineapple banana. Really good.
Yeah. I like that.
And the texture of it is kind of mushy like a banana.
Yeah, it looked like it was a.
Richard's saying jar check.
Jar check.
That gave me a thumbs.
I was about to hop in. I was about to hop over there and grab her. Oh. Pawpaw, super interesting. Man, I think Pawpaw, you need a bunch of it, but Pawpaw might make an interesting distillate.
I've never thought about that.
I don't either.
Well, number one, they're so hard to come by.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that'd be what's difficult. Someone who's got a good Pawpaw plug out there, y'all mail us a bunch of them things. Overnight them though, because apparently they're only good for about 3 days.
Yeah. I've got some still in the freezer. Actually, a lady in Chester was doing a festival and asked me to come down there and do a mead. It's a Pawpaw festival over there. Asked me to come do a mead demonstration during the festival, and she brought me a bunch of pawpaw to make pawpaw mead for the demonstration. So that's how I got my hands on it.
Jason Acosta said, anyone ever try to make a brandy with Japanese plum? I've never run any Japanese plum, but
I don't know the difference.
what's got me? Who did? Kimchi Redneck apparently has done one. What are they on? YouTube, TikTok? YouTube. Shout out to Kimchi Redneck. Don't know if I've ever seen them in here, but that's pretty cool. Japanese plum would be that could be a good one. Maybe here's the thing though, if I'm real happy with it as a wine, it's just gonna stay a wine.
Yeah.
So there's like a 50-50 of am I gonna run this or not?
That's the mistake I made with muscadine. I made a muscadine to make a brandy, and after I had distilled it, I thought, I wish I'd have just
This was just a great
It was
wine,
better
yeah.
as wine than it was as a
I
brandy.
won't distill if I am what I would consider to be very happy with a wine. I don't think I can make myself distill it. I could if it was like a video that we were doing for you guys or something where it was planned out and someone asked for it, but I'm not saying it wouldn't. It would probably still hurt.
Chifa de Rifa says, I'm cold crashing some wine and mead right now. Can't have still in Kentucky.
Hey, make sure you're not.
Hey, listen, you can't have a still here either. I'm just saying. But there is one. Lots of lagging going on. Dadgummit. Donnie Stanbridge says, dang, lagging. Okay, lagging. Pawpaw. Interesting. Pawpaw, yep. Okay. We're getting hit with lagging. Everybody's saying lagging.
I hate that. We're gonna fix this, guys. We're sorry. I mean, we're just we're confined to a couple things, and we're working on it right now, trying to figure out what we need to do. And so,
Yeah, John, the lagging
was
is
really
a
good.
recent issue, and we're aware of it. Anyway,
hopefully it'll come back. I don't know. I'm bummed out about it as well.
well, we're going to solve that problem maybe by next episode, actually.
Next episode, come back.
I've
check
got
in.
the
Should be
number
better.
of the correct person to call.
We're about to boost some speeds. Oh, look at them coming in.
Oh, they're already guessing. I haven't even poured it in. Okay.
148, 153, 152, 151,
Kevin says
150, 135. Joe, 135? Come on, man. Suffering from the buffering. Jason, brother, we're sorry. We've seen y'all bouncing around. Talk about loyal damn fans. Y'all are just going into my TikTok, over into his YouTube. Going over it. Chasing. 150 and 154 in the peanut gallery. 149, 155, 154, 141.
What jar is that?
Jason,
18.
guess again.
9.
154 is grabbed. Donnie, guess again. 154 is
Oh,
grabbed.
and this is the giveaway, isn't it?
This is the giveaway.
This is the giveaway.
giveaway.
This is for us sending you guys a
Guess
package.
again. 154 has already been taken.
Yeah, I'm trying to shout out everyone. YouTube and TikTok chats can't see each other, so I'm trying to, as they come in, 154, 163, 153. Jason's 153 has already been guessed.
Yeah.
152.
152 was guessed by Dave A on YouTube already.
151.
Boy, this is a dead heat.
Well, it's I'll tell you this, guys. It's 10 numbers this way and that way from the last jar. So
Jason says 153.8.
I know that the YouTubers and the TikTokers can't see the
what'd
guesses,
you get
but
there?
Adam can see the time in
Yeah.
which they all came in, so he can tell who
Yeah.
guessed what first.
I'm going back in time here. 153 was taken already on YouTube back at 6:45.
Are we ready?
I mean, I'm
think
ready.
Richard might have got this one.
Someone got it
What
already?
was your guess? Yeah, he called it pretty early.
Yeah. What do we got?
Let us know
Ralph?
who was the guess online. First guess for 154.
Ooh, I think it was our peanut gallery.
I think it was probably the peanut gallery.
Yeah, it was actually.
We're going to give 2 away because it's kind of unfair to have
Double giveaway.
because I don't know which is which.
Double giveaway. Yeah, that is true. It's hard to say.
Okay, so if we're picking another winner,
154. Who was our first online?
I see
154?
Jason Acosta at 6:47 said 154.
Jason had 154.
So Richard is passing his along to the next closest guess from 154.
Just
without
give us
going
the
over.
second
We have
154.
multiple people. that
Just
said
give us the
150.
second 154. Yeah.
Okay, so the second
Wait,
one.
he what? How were you saying to do it?
The next closest,
153.
154.
Hold on. What was Joe Parks'
Oh.
guess?
Okay, so Joe Park said 135, but
Dang it, Joe.
so
Wanted to win so bad.
we've got Jason on YouTube at 6:47 said 154,
Okay.
and then we have Donnie Standridge on TikTok at 6:47 said 154.
It was a tie anyway.
Yeah,
All right. So we'll get them both.
perfect.
Both previous winners, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
No, Donnie got the barrel, and Jason. We sent Jason something at some point. It could have just been on it could have just been a koozie or something. But I know I've mailed him something before. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Donnie Standridge on TikTok and Jason over on YouTube. They're going to be our giveaway winners. They are getting some pretty cool hydrometers and
Hydrometer set.
just one of those things you're always using. I mean, I'm just like we said earlier. You break them all the time. Your wife breaks them. You break them. She said, "Knew that was coming." She broke one a few weeks ago.
Need
We're used to it. One of them
grab a
deals.
cap.
She told me I wasn't even mad about it. I was just like, oh yeah, they break. They're easy to break. I get it.
I'm just grabbing a cap over here.
Yeah, Jason, congratulations, man. Jason said, can never have enough hydrometers. That's kind of what we're talking about. We're trying to, we're in the early stages of trying to get a metal one going. There's a lot of science behind that and a lot of know-how. I have done a minimal level deep dive on how to make that happen. I'd love to create one that just doesn't break. I think we're going to call it the last hydrometer if we can ever figure out how to make one. But yeah,
I have some ideas.
I love that.
Ideas.
I love that. Anyone with any ideas? Help us out.
Two is one, one is none.
I'm trying to figure out how much does the glass density factor into the stainless steel. You know what I mean? But there's a weight down there at the bottom, and maybe that's just super specific for the different metal that's. I don't know. We're going to talk about it. We're going to look into it. We're going to try to create.
Jason says aluminum. That's probably not a bad idea.
Oh, yeah, lighter.
Yeah, aluminum, silicone,
Lighter.
buffer,
Because my thought when you say a metal hydrometer, I think this thing's going to have to be this big around to get the buoyancy. You know?
So it's a buoyancy and
But
density
less
problem.
weight on the bottom of them. They're packed with like those
Yeah,
little
wouldn't-
bearings.
Yeah,
I
and
think
that's
if
just
you-
to make it stand up. But also, it's a very specific weight because it's.
That's what I'm
calculated-
saying. Yeah, you'd have to change it up. Maybe I don't know what the difference between aluminum and glass is, but I guarantee you it's less than what stainless steel is.
Yeah.
Good call. Who threw the aluminum part of it into it? Jason?
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like Jason.
Might get a writing credit on this deal.
We're almost at 7:00. I'm saying we take another break because we got another hour of this run.
Yeah. We're going to take a little break here. We're going to pause for station identification. Going to run y'all a little bit of something, some knowledge on some whiskey still pros. And we're also going to show you the beginning part of this run, everything that happened before the live that you don't normally get to see. So
For those of you that didn't catch the beginning of the live or the last intermission, you're going to see how we started this run, and we'll be right back.
all right, see you guys here shortly. We're going to end the TikTok. We'll be right back.
Tonight on the live stream, we are making our final run on the corn liquor wash that is going to produce the experiment that we're doing, where we're doing a blind taste test of a single pot run, a 1.5 run, and a double distillation. So we've already got a pint of each of the single run and the 1.5 run. Now we have 4.5 gallons of distillate from that same wash, and we're going to run it through the 5-gallon pot still for a double distillation. So we'll have a sample of all 3 of those that we can then be doing some blind tastings on. That's been proofed down. Our distillate's been proofed down to 80. That way it's safe to go in the still. So anytime you're doing a double distillation, proof at or below 80 to put it in the pot. And yeah, we're running that tonight. Let me go ahead and get this poured in. We'll see if I can do that without spilling most of it. Oh, looky there. There it is. So we'll get this started, get this going. Come on into the live 5 o'clock tonight and watch us finish it. See you then.
Whiskey Still Pro, 5-gallon copper alembic. Oldest still design that we're aware of as human beings. Pretty good looking if you ask me. Here's what I like about the 5-gallon alembic stills from Whiskey Still Pro. It's great for a beginner. Low cost, get in them around $400, a little less, depending on when you catch Whiskey Still Pro doing their discounts and online sales, things like that. So great for the beginner. Here's the thing too. A lot of us run pretty good sized stills. We're trying things out. Do I want to run 55-gallon of mash all at once on a new run I've never done before? Get your 5-gallon bucket of mash, put her down over in here. It's a great alternative to those bigger runs, even for the experienced distiller. Again, great for the beginner because of the price point, super attractive. Being that it's hammered copper alembic at the price that they've got them at, it's really pretty hard to beat. You're going to get to watch us run this alembic tonight. Now, we're pretty fond of the Whiskey Still Pro stills, but if you guys have some questions or want to know a little bit more about them, feel free to ask. We're going to have Adam drop some links in the chat. Feel free to go over to Whiskey Still Pro's website and look at all their stills. They've got 1 gallons, they've got 3 gallons, 5s and 10s. They've got a few different grain kits on there. Just get on their website, go shop around and see for yourself.
Yeah. We're back, everybody. We're back.
Thanks for hanging out with us through the intermission.
We are going to continue to run this here behind us, this double distillation. Probably be on for, what do you think? Probably another hour or so? Maybe
Probably
longer?
another hour. Yeah.
Could go here after that. We'll just kind of, well, that jar needs some changing out. Go ahead and take care of that.
It's probably going to be longer than that. I just don't know if I can stay that long, honestly.
Well, I would say this.
Start it back up tomorrow to finish it out. I'm not sure.
We can do a little bit of an extended live, or
Our chat's not up, by the way.
Oh, is it not?
No.
oh, man.
And I think we need more ice.
Oh, I should have grabbed some out of there.
That's all right. I got it.
Water's getting a little warm back there. Everything's backwards on the camera.
What? Is it?
Everything, yeah. No.
Shouldn't be.
Our reservoir water is getting a little warm, so I'm dropping a couple more jugs of ice.
It's like trying to. There it is. Flatland Hillbilly said, I missed it. Who won the last guess? I believe it was
Donnie and Jason.
Donnie and Jason. Donnie and Jason.
Yeah,
Donnie said
we took 2 winners that time.
Yep. We doubled up there. Donnie Standard said, what's your thoughts on using bread yeast? We don't. Some people do. Like, it's normally what we'll see in the homebrew center is someone will come in here. Hey, I've been using bread yeast. I know it's not ideal, but it has been working for me, and we'll turn them on to, depending on what they're doing. If they're doing something with fruit, we'll turn them on to some EC 1118. But, you know, it just depends. We've got everything from Daddy Yeast, EC 1118, D47. We've got basically every kind of yeast under the sun.
Yeah, so the bread yeast is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with using bread yeast. It has a low alcohol tolerance, so you're not going to get above like 10 or 11% with a bread yeast. There's nothing wrong with that. And
Probably about a 1080, 1090 specific gravity. If you're starting above that, you probably need to.
Yeah. If you're above like 1080, then you want to use something other than a bread yeast. The breakfast cereal bourbon, that was bread yeast. And I did that. The reason I did it with
That makes sense.
the breakfast cereal bourbon was because I was trying to only use ingredients I could get at the grocery store, and you can't get like EC 1118 at the grocery store. So, and that worked out just fine.
Turned out and made a delicious bourbon. By the time it was all said and done, he ran it through and distilled it, and then aged it a little bit. And I'm here to tell you, it's something I'd be proud of for sure. So, bread yeast can work.
Yeah.
Y'all ever tried using a beer yeast? Jason, we have some what we would consider beer yeast that we've run in some things from time to time, and I mean, just depends on that alcohol tolerancy threshold that we were talking about earlier, and all that good stuff. It was 154. Yeah, Adam put it in there in the chat for you guys. That was the winning guess on the last jar.
All right. Jar number 10. I don't know if didn't even get any guesses on that one.
Jar 10. You guys can go. I don't think they can see it on that. Okay. Oh, first guess. Donnie,
Donnie nailed it.
Dude, sorry to spoil it for everyone else, but Donnie Stanger is like is a proof driller over here. That guy is a freaking dead eye. Jeez. Dude, Donnie's won over $100 worth of stuff from Guess the Proofs. Hey, we have sent Donnie over $100 worth of barrels and hydrometers and different.
Well, I hadn't got the hydrometers yet.
Well, let's see. He won them tonight.
Yeah.
Dang. Dude, Donnie's a damn dead eye.
Mm-hmm. Y'all ever tried using a beer yeast? I don't use beer yeasts on spirits because beer yeast typically
When you say beer yeast, like what do you like? What deep?
like a SO4,
Okay.
USO5, those kinds of yeast. They're like L yeast.
USO5 is a big one with the beer guys.
Yeah, and they have a much lower alcohol tolerance because when you're making beer, you're not trying to make 12% ABV beer. You're trying to make 4 to 6. Adam says, "Yeah, you are."
That's kind of what I like about the crafties is that they tend to have like a slightly higher ABV than you're used to out of the big domestics.
And Samuel Adams claims to have like a 23% ABV beer that they say they get all of that 23% from yeast, which is
that's crazy. I'm gonna have to look into that. Sam Adams.
Sam Adams.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love you, my wife. Colby Turrentine over on TikTok said, "Old T-Mew Cy Robertson, you better speak to your, you better talk to your damn daddy with some respect over here, buddy."
That's hilarious. T-Moo Cy Robertson.
Wish.
Yeah, I like it.
Man.
Yeah, hang on.
I'm doing a web search on that because
Oh, okay.
it's here. Yeah, let me see.
All right, so we got Adam doing
We're
a
gonna do
web
some
search
screen
on the,
share. If you join us on
Adam.
TikTok, you can't see it. I'll try to orate it to the best of my ability.
So
But
this is what Cy was just talking about. Sam Adams has a, I guess you call it a beer, that is 24
Challenges.
percent.
yeah,
That's what it says right here, 28%.
yeah. I think at that point it's technically not a beer.
Yeah,
Personally.
like, is it? Can you still call it a beer? But it says it's an extreme barrel-aged beer that pushes the limits of how beer is made and
It's
enjoyed.
crazy what you got to
Yeah,
consider that they put that into the barrel at.
Sam Adams
'cause it's more.
Utopias. I want to
Option
try
of-
that. That is, I didn't know that existed, man.
26,
What beer?
27. Richard,
See you
see you
guys.
later. Thanks for coming.
by.
Peanut Gallery's headed out.
All right,
All right.
151.
All right.
151.
I'll put it in the chat real quick.
So I'll send you $100,000 if you got that right.
Ooh.
That's frightening.
That's scary.
Okay. So, yeah.
That's on the next one.
Hang on, what is Caramel 60? I don't like to see that type of thing. What is Caramel 60? That sounds like a color.
It's a grain.
It
It is a
does sound
grain?
like a color.
Okay.
Though. I see it like red dye 40.
Red 40.
Like caramel 80. The number is the darkness.
What's
The higher the number, the darker.
Okay, that makes me feel a lot better.
What's crazy is too, it says alcohol by volume. By the time that they've aged it, how long are they aging that for?
Let me just search the word age. Aged.
Can be even when it first came out.
Aged.
They don't really say, do
I don't
they?
think they really say, but I can.
I
keep
bet
it.
it's not long.
The beer ages.
I don't know. It's pretty dark though.
Even longer.
Well, that goes
Well, yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Like their ferment can
Everything
be
Wait,
kind
that's
of
what?
dark.
Hang on a
Utopias,
second.
everything that's part of
These
Utopias
Utopias we
is
explore in
special,
Character
is the
Characters.
highest quality,
New
is done the
Utopias
best way
blend made
possible.
from an
Utopias
array of
is anything
beers. Some of
but
the extreme
efficient.
beers already
It's something
aged
that's
up to
been
30
years and years and years in the making, and that is
Jeez.
part of what makes Utopias so
That's
special.
crazy. That is
I bet
crazy.
that doesn't taste anything like beer.
No,
No,
it
it's
can't.
not beer.
It
It's not
can't.
beer. They're cheating
Oh.
the system there.
But you know, this is the real kicker. $240 a bottle.
What is that?
guess I'll
Utopia.
never-
Sam Adams. Utopia.
I
Hey,
guess
listen.
I'll never know what it
Let's
tastes like.
cut this. Well, I'm going to cut this into. I'll cut this into a TikTok, and I'm going to add them and be like, "Hey, send us some of this. We want to try it."
This is
Where
also this is also interesting. You just said send it to us. Don't think so, bud, because
I can pick it up from Oklahoma.
No, you can't. It can't. It's not available in Oklahoma.
Okay, it says okay. NC okay.
However, it cannot be shipped or sold in 15 states,
Oh.
including
Arkansas and Oklahoma. So that's a little list of
or
where we can
Missouri.
send it.
But I guess we could go to Texas, huh?
We'll go get a bottle. We could buy a bottle somewhere, could we not?
Yeah, you go to a state that sells it. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal. Sam Adams Utopias, you got on here. We're talking about you in the live. I'm curious about it. I think it's probably not at all like a beer,
Oh,
just
I
based
wanna-
off of everything you've told me
Man,
about
I
it.
want to try this so bad. That sounds great.
So yeah, this is my shameless plug to be like, hey, figure out how to get me a bottle of this,
I'm just gonna-
and
we'll just at Sam.
we'll try it here. It's a really niche. I don't have 30 years to sit around and age anything, but
Oh,
so
geez.
it's quite literally not recreatable. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Very
Interesting.
cool.
Give me some.
Give me some. Turn this heat up a little bit.
Moonshiner Odie over on TikTok said, "How long have you been making spirits?" I don't think that did we talk about that yet? Because we got two very different answers.
Couple decades, I'm gonna say.
So like 20 plus years. If you don't know the dynamic of the show yet, it's essentially great teacher, someone who's been making YouTube videos for a long time and instructing people on kind of how to work. And then long before that, just was doing it out there in the wild. Won't say too much about that. And I am extremely new in terms of distilling. I pretty much run exclusively with Cyrus. So I would say, how long have I been kind of running with you? And
I don't know, like
been now
5-6 months now.
5-6 months, I would think, somewhere in there. So,
But you made it before when you were a teenager.
I had made, yeah, okay. If you're counting that, yeah, like I was around, yeah, literally a small child. I was 17. No, I was 18 when I made my first run with my good buddy Dalton Comer. Shout out to him. But it was very little. It was only a couple runs. Didn't make a whole lot. Didn't know what we were doing at all. And so I would say really for me, it's probably more like 6 months where I've just been kind of running steadily with you. Been fermenting wine here and there, and then so wines, brandies, and haven't made a lot of beer, but we just recently started kind of delving back into beer just because we wanted to be more knowledgeable on it. So yeah. That was the long answer. Short answer is me not very long, him for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
So
Still got 28 people in the chat. Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
yeah. I like too that like it's kind of nice. You know, we come in here every week and there's a lot of the same familiar, like just good core, see them every week. I love talking to like Jason and Joe and Uncle Moonshine and, you know, a lot of our, sorry if I'm leaving you guys, I don't know I am, but
Yeah, and Joe is also in Moonshine for Beginners now.
Yeah.
And for those of you in Moonshine for Beginners, if you're not aware, Joe has a different name over there, but you can figure it out. And
we're not going to dox her, but she's over there too.
right, Joe's over there, pretty active lately. So I don't know if the folks that are in the chat that are also over there, like Midnight Runner and them and Clint, they may not have known that that person over there is Joe, and I don't want to call it out because I don't know if she wants to know. But
Joe's my sweetie. You know what I would love to do? I would love 1 week where we've really got a couple days to burn, which I know comes up very rarely for us. I would love to go and do the live show from Joe's Shine Shack,
right, that'd be fun. Right?
wherever that is, if she would allow it. That would be so cool.
That would be fun.
I can't even remember. Joe has told me before where she's from, but I can't remember. I want to say like up north.
Alabama.
somewhere. Alabama.
Is it?
Okay. So maybe
She's
not even
doing
as
it.
far as I was thinking. Okay.
Yep. Midnight Runner over on TikTok now says, I'm everywhere.
You are everywhere, brother. But yeah, it means a lot having you guys in here week after week and hanging out with us. And we also get a lot of good ideas from you guys. Like every time you comment something in the chat, it seems to sort of kind of stick with us a little bit.
Yeah. And whether it's something where we're like, oh, that's a good idea, and then we do it, or it's just something that sparks some other kind of idea.
Yeah, that happens a lot. It's we get all our best ideas from you guys in the chat, so we appreciate everyone who chimes in periodically and drops a nice comment. It's like,
Right.
hey, have you guys ever tried this? Or nope, but we will. I haven't seen Bennett in here tonight.
Bennett has not been in.
What's up with that guy? What a loser.
Or Clinton. Was Clinton in here?
I haven't seen Clinton Howe.
Briefly.
Clinton was in here briefly.
I saw one comment.
Basically, he was just saying, yeah, there's a lot of lag. And that was.
Okay.
Jason said, check
Like
the
I'm not
jar.
hanging out for this crap.
Oh, yeah, Jason, you're not wrong.
Gary Baldwin says MFB is a great group of people. Most treat you like family. Yeah, it does feel like a family over there for sure. Tony's from Alabama. Check the jar, which is what you're doing.
Oh, man. Yeah, Terry Baldwin. That's right. It's a pretty cool page, man. And honestly, you know, here's the thing. Most of the guys and gals that are doing this hobby and that enjoy distilling and just, you know, most people are branching out in different things too, like, you know, wines and beers and different stuff. But I mean, in general, the moonshine community is a pretty welcoming one. I mean, everyone's pretty nice. It's just kind of how I would imagine most of the guys that I grew up bird hunting with. Yeah. You know, like, cool community. Everyone's pretty nice. Mm-hmm. I mean, also there's like zero competition. Like, you're not really, you're distilling. You're not competing with anyone. You're making your own stuff. There's no incentive to be unfriendly, so to speak. So
yeah, everybody shares their recipes, shares their tips and tricks and methods.
Who gives it? Who gives a hoot? You know,
especially for people that are just getting into it. That is, I promise you, that's the best place to be if you are brand new.
Donnie said he's sitting this one out. He's not even gonna guess.
He's like, you know, I'm gonna let some other people have a shot. You know,
Donnie, throw a guess in there. I just want to see if you can nail 3 in a row. We won't give it to you even if you win. Mainly because I've already seen what the proof is. And
Paul McKinley says, I just want my ABV hat. Yeah, I haven't put them on the website yet. They're going to be a different design.
He donated.
Clinton's in here. He was listening all the time.
Clinton showed up with a fat Andrew Jackson.
Fat Andrew Jackson from Clinton House.
Good grief.
$20 bill in the super chat on
Appreciate
YouTube.
that, Clinton.
Appreciate that.
He was lurking, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's like, I'm always here. Sons of guns. Yeah, no, Clinton's awesome. We appreciate that. And again, like I'll tell you guys that are watching over on TikTok, my phone is turned around. I see your chats. I know when you guys pop up with badges, that means that you've gifted to me either recently or not. Appreciate the gifts. That helps us pay for the mashes that we run every week. It helps us pay the Wi-Fi bill, you know, all the stuff that goes into this. You don't have to donate, but absolutely when you do, it is appreciated. So thank you guys.
Clinton says he got in here a bit ago. Had a late shift, sadly, so it was about 30 minutes late.
What, do you got to make a living or something?
You're not independently wealthy? Midnight Runner says, friendly is the only way to be. No one has that $1 million recipe because they all basically the same. Yeah.
We've talked about that too. Like, I can give you my recipe for how I make my strawberry wine, which I'm extremely proud of, and I love. It's a great recipe for me. But like 9 times out of 10, it's going to be different. Like, you're not going to, even if I give you the step-by-step on how I do everything and what I add, if I give you the recipe alone, you know, good luck. It's going to be different than what I make. I mean, that's a metric too of where do I live and barometric pressure all the way to like temperature and like all the crazy things that, like, where do I get my strawberries? What was their sugar content compared to where you get your strawberries? It's just different.
Yeah. And two, what's interesting, you can look up the mash bills for almost any whiskey, store-bought whiskey.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, like, they're almost all the same.
Yeah.
And a lot of the reason for that is a lot of whiskey companies don't even make their own distillate. They buy their distillate from a distilling company, and then they age it their own way, or they treat it their own way.
Everything comes after the fact.
So yeah, the
winemaking and beer making is obviously like
post processing stuff is all the secret recipe. That's what they're doing.
This kind of wood at this temperature and this barn at this location.
Well, that kind of makes sense to me. Like, you just get a bulk, like a neutral spirit or something.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
that's why, like, think Tennessee and Kentucky in terms of their climate and their humidity, like all that stuff factors in, and it makes a big enough difference to where, like, hey, this is how we do it here, and you won't be able to do it anywhere else because you're going to have a different style barrel, you're going to have a slightly different oak or char or your amount of time or your humidity. You know, you just can't. You can get close, I'm sure, but it's just always going to be different.
Yeah.
It's like a snowflake. Alcohol is like a snowflake. Everyone's just a little different and special.
Barry Baldwin says, MFB, no sarcastic comments, unlike Facebook.
Fake book.
Fake book. Okay. Jack Longberry, I tried to get a peach moonshine recipe while I was in North Carolina over the holidays. The whole room went silent. Then a couple giggles. Never got the recipe.
That's sad.
That's too bad.
I'd give you mine.
I'll give you any of mine.
Yeah, there's nothing I don't think I've ever made that I wouldn't just float to someone.
Sure.
And that's not like, even if you could make the exact same thing that I made, like, good. That's like what I want you to do. I'm very happy with the recipe that I have. Like,
Yeah. Midnight Runner says, two of us make the same mash and both turn out different. Yep.
yeah, I promise you. You can
SD
notice that.
Moonshine says, what's up, fellas? What's going on?
I see Moonshine.
Mm-hmm.
I see Moonshine over on TikTok. What's up, brother?
Did I ever give the last jar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
150 on
It
the
was
last
150.
one. Yeah.
I thought you did, but
You almost owed $100,000.
what did he guess?
151.
You almost said. I promise your money, not mine.
Yeah. It
Paul
was
McKinley
151.
over on YouTube said, "That's why I love this hobby. No one can duplicate what you golly. The liquor is working tonight. We've tried a lot of stuff." Take two. Paul McKinley over on YouTube said, "That's why I love this hobby. No one can duplicate what you do." It's very true. I mean, it's just there's so many factors that go. Like, there's so much stuff that we don't even factor into this. No one really has a metric on. What time
All
of
the
year,
variables.
what time of year is my ferment going through ferment? What's the consistent temperature of it? And
Mm-hmm.
you know, a lot of us aren't even going into, like, as far as a mash goes, like, as long as it's working ferment wise
Right.
and your yeast is happy, we're not looking at pH. We're not looking at, you know what I mean?
And real deep beer guys will tell you pH at every stage of the process
Controlling factor.
matters in the final taste.
Yeah. Which, yeah. 100% pale. What do you mean by that, brother? White?
I think he meant to type Paul.
Oh, sorry, I turned this into a race thing. How quickly I was to be like, my skin tone. Have I not got enough melanin for you? Where's the Iron Duke at tonight? Is he in the chat?
He hadn't jumped in yet. I haven't seen him.
Shout out to the Iron Duke.
House.
Lucky D.
Late to the game tonight, Lucky.
That's all right. It's all right. Moderator on here. Lucky D's a tried and true.
Yeah. I don't know why I look back there. We got a picture of it right there.
I like showing that little still every once in a while. Isn't that it's a pretty rig.
Yeah, for sure.
For those of you guys just joining us, we're running on the 5-gallon Whiskey Still Pro. It's a double distillate that we're running through there on some corn liquor. Adam's on top of it. He's dropped the link into both the chats for you guys to go over there, and they just have, like, their stuff just looks great. It's simple. And we were talking about this earlier. I think it may be in the intermission video. The 5 or 10 gallon Alembic for the money. If you're a guy that's been running a long time, which most of you are in our chat, every now and then we'll get there's some beginners in here too. So it's a kind of a range of distillers.
Mm-hmm.
The 5 and the 10 gallon Alembic from Whiskey Still Pro is cool for this reason from both perspectives. Try a new run out. Something that you're not normally running on a smaller basis. Look at your mash and what do I want to change? What do I want to do? It's great for that purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't take up a lot of room. Whip it out. Get it. Doesn't take a lot of energy to get it heated up. Run it quick. You know, it's a fun little still for someone who's playing around with recipes or the beginner where it's like, this is my only still.
Yeah. That's what Moonshine just said, experimental size.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And what's good about it too, even if you're an experienced moonshiner, like this really is a great design for whiskey, rum, brandy. Like
Fantastic on brandy.
There's a reason why this particular design has been around for thousands of years. Just works.
Jack Longberry, 1999 on the super chat, brother.
Oh man, thank you, Jack. Appreciate it. And then if you're a beginner, number one, the price point is pretty good for copper.
Yeah.
And number two, the simplicity of the design is just like there are no stills out there as simple as the Alembic still.
Right now, and things are subject to change. I mean, they run different kind of sales all the time, but right now they are running 10% off. Like this still right back here behind us that we're running on tonight, I think is $390-ish bucks, somewhere in there on the website. So you can go click that link that Adam dropped in the chat and go shop at them. Go look at them for yourself. But I think it's, if you click that link, if you use that link, I think it's 10% off.
Yeah.
It pops up as soon as you get over there. But go look at them. They're pretty cool. At a minimum, saves you probably saves you the shipping.
Yeah,
10% off if they're still running.
And if you're local to the shop here, if you're in near the Fort Smith area, we have them here in the shop. You can just come pick one up.
I forget about that. Yeah, you can just come pick one up. Yeah, pretty cool.
Danny the
That son of a bitch.
Uncle Si, a guy from Hangover.
Something about Alan.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Yeah.
My wolf pack grew by 2. Adam and Cyrus.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Appreciate that, Danny.
Yeah, the beer guys have to be more clean and strict. You're right, Clinton, Paul, both of you. That's one advantage to distilling. Like, I don't sanitize any of my equipment for distilling.
Yeah, that's the point.
I just, as soon as this run is done, like I'll probably wait till tomorrow and then rinse the still.
Hose them out. Yeah,
just rinse them out.
We hose them out with hot water, and I think that's just really primarily to like get any sediment. Like in this one, there will be no sediment.
Mm-hmm.
What do we say? Holy shit!
Ooh, good call. Yeah,
Dude, where are you guys at on this thing? It's like you almost are like waiting to see a train wreck. Smells good.
Another reference to the Timu Sai. I think I'm going to start calling myself that. I love it.
Yeah. Is that a different guy?
I don't remember who said it originally.
It was a different guy.
Look at that. All over the place.
You guys like that? You like that? That's what you're here for?
Okay.
Who sent that super chat earlier?
That was Jack Longberry.
Dude.
And also Clinton earlier.
Jack, what a cool dude. Yeah, Clinton, I remember
Appreciate
Clinton,
the super chats, man. It does make a difference. It helps us buy all the stuff to do all of this with.
Yeah. We're pretty low budget right now, so having the chats is pretty awesome.
Colby, that's your inside joke. You'll just have to pipe in every week and bring it back up again. We like that one.
I said it. Yeah, dude, he got back in there. He's like, I was the first one. That was me. Yeah. I love it. That guy's still in here. He said that. That's hilarious. That is really funny. Jason, tried and true. If you ain't spilling, you ain't shining. Yeah.
Especially after all the taste testing. Jesus. All right.
Oh, dude, here's what's happened. Here's what's happened for you guys in the chat. YouTube, you're just a little behind. We've got a little bit of a lag because they started jumping here all of a sudden like, oh, check the jar, check the jar, check the jar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. You're just a hair behind there.
SC Moonshine says, what did it proof? I usually just proof it and then I wait a minute, give people a chance to guess. Throw your guess out there, SC Moonshine, if you want to get a guess.
Guess the proof. 148, 146. Uncle Moonshine, someone already guessed 146.
141.
Uncle Moonshine said
No, SC Moonshine, this is jar number 12. We've been at it for a minute.
Uncle
I
Moonshine.
started.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I was
you're
just
fine.
saying that he started with 146 earlier. Even he said it again.
Oh, okay. Terry Baldwin over on YouTube, someone already guessed 146.
Yeah, when we started the live at 5, I think we were already 4 jars in.
D said I'd go drinking with Team U, Uncle Si any day.
Yeah. Danny's got some 180. Yeah. We've got, I think the highest proof we've got back there is 187 or 6.
Yeah, we need to pack the old copper Stilco, the column, since we've got the adapter, and
We'll just see how high we can get.
run a fat neutral spirit out of our feints, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. The first jar SC Moonshine was 164.
164. I wonder if my buddy, I don't know if he's in here or not, but I know he watches us periodically. My buddy Ronnie Richardson over on YouTube. Buddy, if you're watching us, he's getting over a big old heart attack that he decided to have or didn't decide to have, however you look at that kind of a thing.
Right.
And so, buddy, if you're in here, we love you, man. We hope you're doing better.
For sure.
Matthew Collins 57 says that's a damn rubbing alcohol. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
pretty
is.
much.
It's good for nothing, but here's what I think's funny about a neutral spirit. It's really good for nothing other than diluting back down and flavoring.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what it's for.
Now, that said, I guess you could dilute it on down with like distilled or spring water and just
Vodka.
have essentially a non-tatered vodka.
Yeah. All right, so this jar looks like everybody's come in with their guesses.
Someone may hit it on the buzzer there.
149. 149 is what this one came in at. I see DMW with a 149. I don't know if anyone guessed 149 before you.
Not seeing anyone before DMW. On
That's
YouTube.
crazy. Right there on the buzzer.
Yep.
Congratulations, man. Firm handshakes all around.
He says, give the guy sitting next to Uncle Timu's Saya headband and sunglasses.
What do you mean by that, brother? What do you mean by that?
Who's that guy that,
No, come on, dude. What is it? Who's the guy?
I'm trying to think,
Who's the guy?
he played, well, the part I'm thinking of, I can't think of, but he played in Wolf of Wall Street, the guy's partner in Wolf of Wall Street.
Jonah Hill?
Jonah Hill. What was the movie he played in? He had a headband on. I think that's what he's talking about. He might be talking about something else, but that's the picture that came into my head.
All right. I'm trying to think of what that is. I mean, I know like all the way from
Not finding anything on Headband Jonah Hill.
Okay.
Lucky D said Zach looks like he just got attacked.
Okay. You're on your ass tonight,
Yeah,
brother.
dude, what's going on?
He did kind
Maybe he was talking about someone else.
Yeah, it has to be.
I've been a pure reference
He
of
says, typo. Zach looks like he just got out of traffic court.
Zach, you look like you got warrants out of LaFleur County.
Looks like
you
you
need to
just
go take care of.
Looks like you just went in and fought a DUI.
Successfully, maybe. Do I look like a successful or unsuccessful district court defendant?
Right.
He said, "Team you, Willie Robertson." Kind of true, really.
Yeah.
A more youthful Willie Robertson. Oh God, oh no. That money's done something to him. It's kind of keeping him young. He hadn't aged.
Yeah. I mean, I think money does that for a lot of people.
Yeah. Look at Oprah. Just without the money. You're right. You're not entirely wrong there. Uncle Moonshine said, "I need some more drink to keep up with Zach." Brother, that's your fault. Like, you sent us that stuff we tried earlier.
That's right. There's no one to blame but you, Uncle Moonshine.
Zach looks like Alan from The Hangover. I have found multiple babies in hotel rooms that I have cared for and nurtured over the years. And most people would think that's a joke, but it's actually really technically not.
It's really not.
If you knew enough about my history, you'd be like, "Oh, actually, that's kind of right." Yeah, I won't get too deep into that. Yeah, you guys are on one tonight too. You guys drinking, getting hammered as well. It seems like in the chat, you guys are getting a little groggy.
They're a bit aggressive.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Guys are gonna jump, motherfuckers. No, I'm just kidding. We're having fun. Golly, there's a lot of pints
It's
over
all
there.
fun. Yeah, we're, let's see, 4 and 3, 12. So that's a gallon and a half so far that we've collected.
I was about to say 3, 4, 5, 6. 7.
Yeah. I just want to make it to 2 gallons. 2 gallons. We pull off a pint for the double-blind taste test that we're going to do with it. And then the rest goes into a bad motivator barrel. That's our secret, Zach. We're always drinking, it says.
The tank's never at zero.
That's right.
You know? Some of the, it's kind of interesting too. Like, I've met a lot of cool characters over the years. I have a large collection of older buddies. Like, they're, we've talked about this before, up in their 60s, 70s, 80s. Like, I grew up bird hunting in an Astra field trials, and so I buddied up with a bunch of guys. They're just like older, like they're just kind of retired. No, like they don't have a job. They're just having a good time.
Yeah.
And I often say they're like, a lot of those guys are never really at zero. You know what I mean? Like there's, which I like. I appreciate that.
Right.
A little something kicking around there in that noggin. Just shows we love you, Uncle Moonshine. I love you, brother. I'm appreciative of all this cool stuff that you sent over. You mailed to us. Oh, here we go. If anyone is in the chat, TikTok or YouTube, we had the awesome Uncle Moonshine send us a care package, which we opened earlier on the live. There was a whole bunch of stuff in it that we got to try. If you want to send anything like that to us, you can mail it to 7709 Ellis Street, Fort Smith, Arkansas, 72916. Adam will throw that down in the chat for you guys. We'd love to give you guys a shout out, try out your stuff, and let everyone know what we think. That said, the first one was pretty rock solid.
That was pretty good. That was a pretty good haul.
Yeah.
And you know, we're not just asking you to send us stuff. Like, this started last week when we mentioned that if you send us some of your product, we'll do a taste test on the air. We'll tell you what we think about it. And so Uncle Moonshine jumped on it with some pretty awesome stuff. Like, I'm digging the root beer. That was pretty good.
Yeah, and also it's not just for the live. Like, if you are a big fan of Still in the Clear over on YouTube, we repost all the lives and we cut clips out of them and stuff, and they end up on his YouTube, my TikTok. If you guys are fans of us, you already know that. So, I could imagine, which I already posted an individual TikTok of this unboxing. But I can imagine we'll probably post another short out of us trying all this stuff. And yeah, pretty cool.
SC Moonshine says, y'all need to make it to Maggie Valley next year. I mean, we will if we can, for sure. But for sure, we're going to another one anyway. Still the clear. Did you send the kit? I won last show. I guessed 89 and won the kit. I'm just excited to get it.
What did you win?
I don't remember it.
If you messaged him,
I will. Yeah, I'll check my emails and make sure, because you would have sent me your email address. DMW is not ringing a bell for me, so
send us a message and tell us what you want, and we'll go back and look at it. And
I remember sending one out. Hopefully I sent it to you if you were the winner. So.
Thank you guys for the jar notifications.
Oh, look at that.
Those.
I didn't spill much this time.
You weren't done pouring that when you said that. It was pretty ballsy.
Living on the edge. All right, I got it. What is it?
What do y'all think? What do y'all think? You got a lid over there anywhere?
Pretty quick. Jason says Cyrus is just the right level of drunk not to spill. I mean,
Why do you think he's pouring and not me, brother?
I've been spilling all night. I'm out of paper towels.
It's got that perfect buzz. Keeps his hands steady. Keeps it from, but not too much that he's all over the place. Gets a little mad.
I mean, it could be that, or it could be experience.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe. All right, jar number 13.
What is Maybelline?
Makeup.
I know the commercial. Oh, okay. Maybe it's Maybelline. Sorry.
All right, what kind of guesses do we got? I see one that is right.
Already?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that was quick. Might as well quit guessing.
All right.
Who got it?
Jar number 13 is 144. Well, I see Tony got 144, but I don't know if anyone guessed it before.
Was there anyone before Tone?
Looking back here. Tony is the first one on YouTube at 744, 144.
Nice.
144 it was.
Well, that's pretty neat.
So,
they're delayed. We got to remember that they're a little delayed over there on YouTube. So maybe we just someone hit it early.
Clinton just said, "Good job, Tony."
Oh,
so
okay. So
not too much of a delay.
Probably a minute or so.
I'm really excited to put this in a Bad Motivator barrel.
Yeah,
I've had that barrel that he sent me a while back. I've had it for months.
Yeah.
To put something in it, but I just never, the timing's never been right. Or
do they have a website?
Yeah, Bad Motivator Legacy .com, I think is what it is, or
Let's
Back
go-
Motivator Legacy Barrels.
Let's go over there real quick. I don't think we have a link for that specifically.
No.
Well, I'm kind of curious to see, is it just what we have here in the shop on their website, or do they have some more stuff?
I mean, he
There they
could
are.
have some more new things, but it's basically
What's that
just
little
those
accessory
barrels.
package?
Oh, he's got oak sticks
Oh.
and tri-clamps,
What else has he got?
little
Oh, yeah, he's got
bung hammer.
rod clamps, hammers, glasses, stoppers, coasters,
All kinds of stuff over there now.
shells. What is that? Little
Little rack.
funnel there. Solid copper. What is that?
Fill funnel.
Little funnel.
Nice.
That's pretty slick. I don't see copper ones very often. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's nice.
What else they got on there? I need to be better about going and looking over these a little bit harder. Barrels. Look at the 5 gallon.
Uncle Moonshine, when is the Ozark Moonshine
Golly,
Music
those are
Festival?
huge.
I know we just had it. I think it was in October or November this year already. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, it already happened.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess technically it is a new year. Donnie, we're on it right now on YouTube. Sorry. It's, go ahead, Adam.
I posted it.
We'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, it should be on the TikTok
it's there.
chat now.
Yeah, it's there.
That's there.
So it's the Bad Motivator Barrels website.
Yeah. So for those of you that are on TikTok and not YouTube, Adam is able to pull up web searches and everything that we all get to see on YouTube. But if you're on TikTok, we don't have, we're not quite set up to do that for TikTok just yet.
And I will say, I love having you guys that join us every week on TikTok. Really and truly, just my honest opinion, the YouTube is the better place to go watch this live every week. We have a drip cam, we got the Adam cam, we've got a camera of Stein us, and then we have, like, every now and then Adam will do a web search and we'll go over, I'll have something I don't know and we'll go look over at a website. Kind of cool.
Yeah, I enjoy the web searches.
Yeah.
Yeah. End of October, Uncle Moonshine says. Yeah.
Bethany in Alaska says, thanks again for my koozie.
Oh, yeah.
She was one of the ones, I think, on the All Day Live.
Right.
Yeah.
When you went live for 8 hours.
A long time. A full run on TikTok. It was a marathon for sure. Same name on YouTube. Jeremy Roberts over on TikTok said, same name on YouTube. No. So it's ABV Society over here. And then it is still in the clear on YouTube. So it's STILL in the clear, the letter N, the clear. And he just posted it in the chat. So you can go right over there.
Adam just dropped the link.
Follow along. Paul McKinley said, adios, mother shiners.
See you later, Paul. Glad to see you again, brother.
Later, Paul. Good seeing you, buddy. Whoa.
34 degrees.
Whoa. You see what she said? North Pole here, and it's negative 34 degrees. Need to
Dang.
warm up with some shine.
Yeah,
Are
no
you
doubt.
He's seriously watching us from the North Pole?
I have no idea.
How cool is that to think about?
Pretty cool.
There's someone just all the
Negative
way up
34
there
is cold. I know that.
watching us bump our two brain cells together and have a good
Yeah.
time and run a little liquor. That's neat. Bethany, glad to have you.
Well, no, you sent her the koozie. Did you mail it to the North Pole?
I don't feel like, I mean, no, I did send one to Alaska, though, I think.
That may be what she meant, yeah.
I can't remember. Bethany, I wish I could. I wish I had a better brain. I just don't. There he is, jumped over from TikTok to YouTube. Isn't that
Jeremy
so much better?
Roberts is not Roberts on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, worldwide, Jason said.
Yeah.
We're for sure down there in Louisiana with you, brother. Pretty cool, if you ask me. Louisiana's a cool state. Also, tough to acknowledge Louisiana right now without acknowledging pretty crazy event happening on New Year's down there in Bourbon Street. Hope everyone that's watching us from down there is all right and Sucks that happen. There's a lot of crazy people out in the world. That's all I know to say about that.
I guess I'm not aware of this.
Oh yeah,
Something crazy.
pretty big. Yeah. It was yeah. Something it ain't worth mentioning. I get mad at the news every time they bring it up, so I guess I shouldn't bring it up on my stuff either.
Anthony, how close are you to Gates of the Arctic? Is that what you meant?
What?
He's like in the Arctic.
There's a national park up there?
It's called Gates. It's the least visited.
I could imagine.
It's so remote, but it's beautiful. You go there, like it's like a window of time. Tolerable.
What?
Oh, Norfolk. Okay. Well, I thought you meant national park. So yeah, Gates of the Arctic is up north. I actually pulled it up.
Tony asks, what happens if you win? Well, on most of the jars, if you win, you get bragging rights for winning.
Round of applause.
And we usually pick one jar in every live and we do a giveaway. This live, we gave away a hydrometer set, but we already gave it away like 4 or 5 jars ago. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, she was that Alaska package. It's funny because we well, I'll just tell you guys. We send out koozies and different stuff, and we send out bigger prizes and grain kits and hydrometers and barrels and all kinds of stuff that we're giving away on here. And and I was joking with Cyrus before I started sending those out that, oh yeah, it's going to be like some people from damn Canada, all the way just like far away shipping cost wise. And then like one of them was Bethany up there in Alaska, and I was like, oh no, sorry. It's on his shipping account.
It's all right.
Hey, scroll back up real quick if you can on our chat. There was one on there that it went by. Things are, yeah, I do. Yeah, go up from there. Just
You're sitting still.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh yeah, there it was. It starts with let's hear. Oh, it's gone now from me.
Back up.
Go up. It's all the way at the. Oh yeah, there it was.
It keeps resetting on our side.
Oh, you go back up real quick. Sorry, go up a little bit. Let's. Actually, it's gone. It's gone forever. Sorry.
I mean, I can just read it from my side.
There you go.
It starts with let's hear.
Okay, so Dirty26 on TikTok said, let's hear a Phil Robertson story, Uncle Si.
Hey, Dirty26, we will tell you a Phil Robertson story. It is the story of how you were conceived, because that's your damn daddy you're talking to back there, okay? Sorry, I just have the little zinger out there. Had that locked and loaded, ready for his... Just kidding.
I was just ready.
Yeah, I was about to say it wasn't far from or maybe it was a Fairbanks address. Knox Roberts 78 said, I'm running my first run of bourbon currently, 15-gallon mash. Congratulations, dude. That's awesome, man.
Bourbon's my favorite.
Get ready for a lifelong debilitating hobby. Congratulations, man.
An obsession.
Yeah.
I'm pushing her pretty hard right now just because I want to get her finished.
Wesley Coons over on TikTok said, I bought every grain kit you guys have, but now I'm a pro. LOL. I make my own. Well, good.
That's awesome.
Well, good, dude. I don't know how far you live from our physical shop here either, but if it's not too far, if you're not too far from Arkansas, you should consider getting basically a wholesale price on your grains and stuff. You can come in and if you order enough too, it depends on the amount you order. You can come in and get a pretty sweet in-person price on grains. Super advantageous to a lot of guys.
Yeah, if you're buying 50 pounds at a time.
Yeah. 50 pounds or up, 2 or 3 sacks at a time. Welding Inspector over on TikTok. You guys see him in my chat every once in a while. He just came, what did he end up with?
3 bags of Malted white wheat.
Malted white wheat, 350-pound sacks.
Yeah, and also we have a new kit that's coming out. I haven't actually said anything about it, but it'll be coming out within the next couple of weeks.
That's exciting.
If you want to try a malt whiskey, I guess I could write it down. Right?
I was about to say, you didn't write it. That's weird. You're going to write it. Yeah.
Yeah, so a malt whiskey is coming out.
And two, for a lot of you guys that are running, you're far off, they're kind of recipes that have been ran a lot and tinkered with a lot, and you can try it out for yourself and see if you get the same results. If you like it, your still may run a little different than other stills, and so it's kind of cool to see how it does on your end and see if you like it, and possibly have a new run favorite. I kind of been surprising every time you've ran something that's a little bit different than what we've ran before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always pretty happy with it. It's almost like you've got it figured out pretty good.
Yeah, I've been dialing it in.
Wesley Kuhn said, here in Tampa, we have a place where we buy our grains. That's awesome. Good.
Clinton, don't forget the vinegar before it gets there. Always forgets to buy a gallon before new still arrives.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Some people do vinegar, and some people just push a lot of water through them, I think.
Some people don't do vinegar runs. It's not my recommendation. And, I'm not saying one's right and one's wrong, but Wesley says your weeded bourbon kit was the bomb. Thank you. It's also my favorite, the weeded bourbon kit. Definitely my favorite.
The weeded bourbon is red hot fire.
A still's perfect 10, getting a 10-gallon copper still then.
Oh, hey, we just come up on 8 p.m. I say we do this.
Mm-hmm.
I say we take a brief intermission. 1, I gotta use the bathroom. I'm only human. 2, we'll show you guys the intro video of what happened before we, hit Cyrus over there. We'll show you what happened before we started the live tonight, and there's a little intro video on that. And then we'll show you a video about the still we're running tonight. Mm-hmm. So let's take a quick intro real quick. I'm going to go ahead and end the live up there on TikTok, and then we'll take a brief intermission. If you're on YouTube, you're going to see some cool videos and stuff of prior to, and then that's still, like I said. So we'll take a few minutes here.
You're coming back on TikTok, though, right?
Yeah. Sorry. I'm going to end the live on TikTok, but I'll be starting it right back up when we start. It kind of helps me to clear out some of the restrictions and stuff I get. Seems like more often than not, but so we'll go ahead and end that, and then we'll go to a brief little intro video and video about that still real quick, and then we'll be right back.
See you in a minute.
Tonight on the live stream, we are making our final run on the corn liquor wash that is going to produce the experiment that we're doing, where we're doing a blind taste test of a single pot run, a 1.5 run, and a double distillation. So we've already got a pint of each of the single run and the 1.5 run. Now we have 4.5 gallons of distillate from that same wash, and we're going to run it through the 5-gallon pot still for a double distillation. So we'll have a sample of all 3 of those that we can then be doing some blind tastings on. That's been proofed down. Our distillate's been proofed down to 80. That way it's safe to go in the still. So anytime you're doing a double distillation, proof at or below 80 to put it in the pot. And yeah, we're running that tonight. Let me go ahead and get this poured in. We'll see if I can do that without spilling most of it. Oh, looky there. There it is. So we'll get this started, get this going. Come on into the live 5 o'clock tonight and watch us finish it. See you then.
Whiskey Still Pro, 5-gallon copper alembic. Oldest still design that we're aware of as human beings. Pretty good looking if you ask me. Here's what I like about the 5-gallon alembic stills from Whiskey Still Pro. It's great for a beginner. Low cost, get in them around $400, a little less, depending on when you catch Whiskey Still Pro doing their discounts and online sales, things like that. So great for the beginner. Here's the thing too. A lot of us run pretty good sized stills. We're trying things out. Do I want to run 55-gallon of mash all at once on a new run I've never done before? Get your 5-gallon bucket of mash, put her down over in here. It's a great alternative to those bigger runs, even for the experienced distiller. Again, great for the beginner because of the price point, super attractive. Being that it's hammered copper alembic at the price that they've got them at, it's really pretty hard to beat. You're going to get to watch us run this alembic tonight. Now, we're pretty fond of the Whiskey Still Pro stills, but if you guys have some questions or want to know a little bit more about them, feel free to ask. We're going to have Adam drop some links in the chat. Feel free to go over to Whiskey Still Pro's website and look at all their stills. They've got 1 gallons, they've got 3 gallons, 5s and 10s. They've got a few different grain kits on there. Just get on their website, go shop around and see for yourself.
And welcome back. Just me for now. But we've got Zach coming in. Well, you guys can hear him. Anyway.
I was attending to business.
Let's see here. Let's get our TikTok in.
You hear that? Saw you guys talking about running on the electric stovetops. It's actually an interesting video that I'm going to put out here shortly about this little still back here behind us. That's kind of why I got one of those. So come around on I've got the same thing, electric stove top, it's glass top. So, yeah. Come back. Tony said you guys should send everyone in the live some samples. Brother, if you come here in person, you can have some samples.
We have samples for days here at the shop.
We've got a lot of samples. We're never running out of them.
Knox Roberts 78. Will I find the wheated grain kit on the site? Yeah, if you go to stillintheclear.com, go to the shop, and go to grain kit.
We'll have Adam post a link to Still in the Clear, the website. You can just click that and go on over there. Or if it's not hyperlinked, you can copy and paste it into your search bar, and it'll take you right on over there.
Yep, just copy that message.
Jack, appreciate you, brother. Love seeing you in here every week.
See you later,
man.
Jack. Appreciate the super chat, brother.
Yeah, it's awesome. Donnie Standridge. I bought 2 kits this week from Still in the Clear. Looking forward to them. Yeah.
Yep.
They're awesome. They're a lot of fun. And
Probably get the kits before he gets the barrels. We ship the kits ourselves, so they don't take as long.
yeah.
Although Christmas did back me up a bit.
Yeah, we got hammered with like quite a bit of orders during the holidays, but catching up on them, getting them out. Should hopefully have them all out by the end of the week here. Tomorrow, I think we'll do some catching up on some orders, and I and Cyrus and I will work on getting some of those out.
I imagine Bailey might even come in tomorrow night.
That's true. Powerful Bailey will be in packing orders. She sends a lot of orders out to you guys. Jar. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Thanks for the heads up. These spirit runs do take a while, these double distillations.
Oh man, that's some pretty sweet smelling stuff. Next jar is 139. No need for the hydrometer. I think it's going to be less than that. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'm not wrong. $141, $139, $138, $135.
Jar number 15. We are almost to 2 gallons. Give you a little
Ray G, that's a new one on us. See, that'd be misleading to me. If I just looked at that, I'd guess higher.
and this
Clinton's police and the pre guesses. I like that.
wait, that ain't Uncle Si. You're right.
Ray G. Is that Allie G's boy?
Yeah.
You remember Allie G? Yeah, it was Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah, that was maybe his breakout role on HBO. It was a series. Ali G.
That's what made him pop, yeah.
Yeah.
He was interviewing people and they had no idea. Like he was
Thank you, Clinton.
like a gag interviewer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Clinton caught me not putting the test jar back in.
Dude, you're getting the Uncle Si comments hard all over on TikTok.
All over it tonight.
Might be the strongest Uncle Si thing I've ever
I
seen.
don't know that we've ever gotten more than we are tonight.
Yeah. Jar number 15 comes in at 131.
131.
Haven't got anybody too close here. Looks like Donnie Standridge on TikTok, 135 is our closest guess.
You guys are drilling.
Yes.
You guys all over them.
Yeah, he's on the beat.
Whiskey Still Pro, 5-gallon limit, just back there hammering. I mean, this is, I'll say, I'm honestly impressed.
They're good little stills. People don't give them enough credit.
Well,
Sure.
Here's what's crazy. We put, I think it was 118 before we started proofing it down.
Mm-hmm.
We proofed it down we proofed 3 gallons down with essentially 1.5 gallons of spring water. And we got it down to right around 40 proof, 80 proof. And we're 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're 15 jars in. So basically we're 2 gallons in, a little shy of 2 gallons. and we're at 131 on the low end, and then 164 on the high end. So go ahead and take an educated guess and say we're somewhere around 145 ish.
Yeah.
Average, which is just astounding to me.
Yeah, probably actually a little higher than that because
Yeah.
we just hit the 140s.
Yeah, you're true. Yeah, 150 through 11. Yeah.
Clinton thinks we might have skipped a jar. We might have because everyone was guessing pretty high. Jar 14 was 138.
149, 144, 138, 131. So we're dropping off at a pretty steady pace now. If I was guessing before the next jar came off, I'd say it'd be somewhere around like 123, 124. Just mathematically speaking, seeing the jars prior to.
Roger, you could use my vodka maker continuous still to get a neutral spirit.
We've got some neutral spirit stills. Like if we wanted to run a neutral spirit, like we have some stills that are conducive to that with columns, and
they're not continuous, if what I'm understanding him as continuous, but yeah, we can do neutral spirits on our mile high still.
What is a continuous
and
still?
On our, I got an adapter for the I'm drawing a blank. Copper Stilco pot that I can now put the copper torpedo from Mile High column on it. I'm pretty excited about that. Hadn't ran it in that configuration yet.
Huh.
Knox Roberts 78 asks, what proof do you recommend starting or to start aging? Well, okay. Let me reread it because I think it gets asked enough that I think we could potentially, chop it up and make a small video out of. So I'm going to ask this one again. Knox Roberts 78 over on YouTube asks, what proof do you recommend to start aging? I think our answer is generally the same on this, and that it's largely in part a personal preference thing. But it also is going to depend on your intended spirit. Like, what are you trying to mimic? Are you trying to make a bourbon? Are you trying to make a whiskey? Or, is it a high proof corn liquor? I mean, you can potentially start at a wide range in terms of ABV, but it's a personal preference thing, kind of stacked with what is my intended goal here? What do I want this to be closely likened to in terms of stuff I've had before that I like?
Yeah, and so how I normally answer those types of questions, what proof do you recommend to start at? Because it's one of those things that is, again, it's preference, it's subjective. So my recommendation is the first time you do some aging, start it at like 125 to 130. Then on the next run that you are going to age it at like 110 to 105. See which of those you like better.
Yeah.
And then that'll give you an idea of where your preference might fall. I typically will age between 125 and 130. And then when it's done aging, I'll proof it down to 90 or 80, depending on what I'm making.
Yeah. And I'll say, too, a fun thing, kind of what Cyrus is telling you is like, take your run, proof it down yourself with spring water or distilled water, and try 3 or 4 different starting points and lengths of time and decide, okay, what was my best outcome?
Yeah.
For my mash, what I run, what I'm pretty consistent with on distilling, like where's a good landing spot for me based off of where I started over these 3 or 4 different variations.
Yeah, that's a good, like if your run is large enough where you can split a run in 2, proof one down a little bit more than the other, age them both, see what you get.
Yeah.
And also typically if you're aging with a higher proof, it will begin to get the woody, oaky flavors faster than if you're doing it, if you're aging at 110, it'll be a slower process.
Yeah, Jason's giving you some kind of like advice over in the YouTube chat. What proof you like drinking? Question mark. I like to drink around 115 proof, so I put on oak around 57%. So I can just drink it and don't have to proof down. I mean, that answer essentially mimics ours, which is it's whatever you like, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, I like more bite, so I tend to err on the higher side of things. And in terms of aging things on wood and you know, knowing you're going to lose a little bit depending on how long you proof and stuff like that, or how long you age rather. So it's just really a preference thing.
Yeah.
And I switch around and move all the time. Like I love different stuff.
Yeah. I'm always experimenting also.
Yeah.
Like you don't know until you try different things. You don't know what your preference is.
Yeah.
I find things that I like that surprise me, that sometimes I think, I'm not going to like that. Like that Pachuga. I did not expect to be as excited as I was about that Pachuga when we tasted and smelled it.
Yeah.
It's still back there.
Yeah.
We're just kind of letting it mature just a little bit. And then maybe next week or the week after, we're going to do a tasting on that, because we haven't even done a tasting on it yet, other than just the tasting that we were doing when we were blending the cuts and deciding what we were going to keep.
Well, I think we're going to age a little bit of it too, maybe, or post something with it. I mean,
yeah, we're going to do some different things with. We've only got about a gallon.
Things out. Yeah, I was about to say gallon. So maybe split it up into 2 half-gallon jars and go from there on it.
Yeah, Bearded and Board did a video on the continuous. I guess that's the one they're talking about. That little square still that is a continuous vodka still. Is that what everybody's talking about, Roger?
It's been a hot little video. A lot of people have been watching it.
Yeah, a lot of people have. I've seen a couple of different videos on it. That would be very interesting to run.
Roger said the MVM Plus is slow but steady, safe, and you babysit as much as you want or not. Must be sure to have as big a waste bucket as input bucket or else.
Yeah. Yeah, so when you're making a neutral spirit, you really don't have to collect in a bunch of different jars. You can just put one big bucket underneath it and catch it all.
Yeah. Jason Acosta over on YouTube asked, when are y'all going to put some baby back ribs in the still? Here's what I'd say. The baby back ribs scare me from working with the chicken on the Pachuga, because whatever you put in there is going to get so tender that it wants to disintegrate. It's in there for so long at a low temp, and eventually it just like loses all the connective it's just going to fall apart. So 2 things. One, a rack of ribs is long. You wouldn't want it just setting down in the mash,
keeping it in just the vapor path.
Yeah, so you'd almost have to have to special order a big column, like a 6-inch column.
Yeah,
and have the ability just to hang it up high, and then you'd almost have to put it in like a long metal basket. Yeah, because you're gonna it's just gonna fall apart.
Maybe we could figure it out though. And when we cleaned out that pot, there were chicken bones and chicken chunks down in the pot.
Well, we got most of the bird out. You guys that watch the video, or if you want to go back and watch the video on Still in the Clear, we got most of the bird out of there, but the wings and everything is just every little, it looked like 30 different little bones and a bunch of chicken, it just, they will, whatever you don't have harnessed in there will disintegrate.
Yeah. But I definitely want to do more Pachuga style recipes. I was pretty impressed with it.
Kaylee P over on TikTok said, get that man his iced tea.
Yeah. It's
a different angle from the set. It's like an obscure.
Yeah.
Tony on YouTube asked, how do you guys feel about speed oaking with temp?
So I think what you're talking about is, so if you take a jar, you put some oak in it, and then you put it in the fridge for a couple of days. Then you pull it out and put it somewhere warm and for a couple of days. And that change in temperature is
Loosens up the.
yeah, it's contracting and expanding the oak.
That
So
makes
it's
sense.
letting the spirit into the oak and pushing it out of the oak so it ages quicker.
I wonder if you could get the same kind of outcome with just like freezing your wood blocks. Your
Start with frozen
just
wood.
start
I've never
with
heard of
frozen
that.
wood and drop them
That's
down in there.
interesting. I've never thought of it.
Same kind of idea,
Yeah.
I guess.
But if that's what you're talking about, I kind of experimented with it once, but I kind of forgot about it also. So it wasn't a good experiment. Like I didn't have a good control. But
Oh man, we're getting up there on the next jar.
yeah,
Dude, that stuff's running out of there pretty quick.
I think we call it on this jar.
Okay.
And so this will be jar number 16, 2 gallons. There's still more to get out of this still. And this is a question I get a lot too. So this is a good chance to talk about it. People ask me all the time, can I shut my still down and then turn it back on the next day? And the answer is you can. And that's what I'm going to do with this run right here. This is a spirit run, a double distillation, and I need to get home. So we're going to shut this still down, but there's still more to get out of this. We're at, 128, and we could go down to maybe 110, maybe 115. So there's 3, 4, 5 more jars in that still that we could pull out. And I'm going to we'll turn the still back on in the morning and collect the rest of that run. Now, a lot of times you will it doesn't happen as much with
Like a mini head.
with a spirit run.
Yeah.
You'll have another heads cut when you do that.
Yeah. Which it may be something where we get one of Uncle Moonshine's little shot glasses he sent us here and take the first little bit out there. And
All right. Guesses are already in.
122, 121, 124. Guessing the proof here. A lot of you guys are familiar. If you're not, 123. Oh, yeah. Jason hopped in there, already called 122. Letting them know.
$123. After that game, Hen Epic Reaction. Not so sure they would enjoy them. Yeah, if you're talking about eating the rack of ribs, I don't know.
I think you could do, here's the thing. Rack of ribs is a fun idea because if you can figure out how to do it and do it well, you can take half of them and work with them after you get them out of the pot and probably make them desirable. You could definitely eat them straight out of the pot and they're I would say probably not going to be desirable.
I'm not even trying it.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, come on. Okay. Maybe I might be talked into it.
Yeah. What'd that last one end up
Oh,
at?
that last jar number 16, 122.
I'll see you there.
So it was Clinton, but Jason claimed he said it first.
We'll double check that. We'll go back. Live review of the chat.
Yeah, Jason, when did you say that, bud?
He's telling
he did say it.
Oh,
He said
okay.
it, 13 minutes ago?
Oh, I thought he was fudging.
Yeah, it looks like 8:15. Jason said next jar 122. Is that what you
Called
said?
it early.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting point. Jason's saying do a rack of ribs in a stripping run because you run them faster.
Not got it. Well, that's true. Yeah, we could do a stripping run.
Well, I don't know because I smoke ribs at 225 for 7 hours. I know smoking and like
steam
putting
most
them
of
in
the time,
a
but-
steam path are different,
Yeah.
but that could be interesting. Like you don't have to do them as long.
We could try it just to see.
Yeah.
I mean, we're basically making a run every week, so
Yeah.
plenty of opportunities.
Also, I've got some just like really fire barbecue sauce we get at the farmer's market. I need you to bring a bottle of that up here so I can just shop. That's how much I love that barbecue sauce.
Right,
I want them to be successful and play around.
right.
So good. Well,
I'm
guys,
calling it.
I think we're calling it. We are 16 jars in here. We're working on that last one. Probably what we will do is hang out and let that last jar run off and kind of pick everything up like we do every week. And you may see a video from Cyrus or a short talking about the last part of this run that we left here, showing that, hey, no big deal. Turn it off. Come back and run it later. Not going to hurt anything. So I will say this. It has been fun hanging out with you guys again this week over on TikTok and YouTube. We appreciate all the super chats and donations and gifts and stuff that have been sent tonight. It means a lot to us to, see you guys, pitch in on the lives and help us make these ferments and this live show happen every week. So it's been really awesome hanging out with everyone again, and
Always is.
5 p.m. every Thursday. We'll see you here again next week.
See you next time.
See you guys.